me know when you go. Try it out.
I'm
Because I
trying.
wasn't sure. Like that's the only thing I could think of that was.
It just
different.
insta streamed it.
So I think we might be good right now. Let me try.
It says it looks like you went live. It looks like.
No, we definitely went live. Yeah.
You're live now. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Hello, party people.
Yep.
Hi.
After some technical difficulties, we are actually live. Tried to go live 3 times.
Yes.
Oh, let me add everyone in the cord.
Hey Joey, been doing some bench presses lately?
Russ, you're really quiet. Let me see.
Yeah, my man is filling out that shirt.
Hey yo.
All right. I
Something
have
like
alerted.
fills out.
I have alerted the peoples. Can you you can minimize this now, right? We don't really need it anymore.
I mean, just keep.
Well, I just want to see like the. So we have some people coming in.
Yeah, we actually have viewers now.
So this time, guys, for anyone joining, we're just gonna do all the questions through YouTube. Keep it a little simpler. Yeah, we're not gonna have people join the cord this time. We'll do that again, like from time to time, but for this time, because it's kind of more impromptu, we're just gonna keep the questions to YouTube.
About time, buckos.
Yeah, sorry guys. I'm here visiting Danny. For anyone who doesn't know, like I used to live in Boston, where Danny currently lives, and then I moved back home after college. So now for the weekend, I came up to visit my boy. And we just got back from dinner, had some technical difficulties. So we are back, finally, got it set up. Next time I won't forget to change it off private, so that'll be good.
Yeah, we spent like 15 minutes.
Oh, was that it? That was
streaming privately.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
We did a little pre-stream to the special club.
Okay.
That's just us. We're the special place.
You think... I could pull up... Yeah, I can actually pull up Decklist for now. Here, we can go to...
PBG.
Hey, boys.
PBG event of management?
Yeah.
And then
Ew.
Eggman has...
Yeah,
Ew, who?
he has the core TCG.
Don't mention his name already.
Shout out to Eggman for making these. So, yeah.
We click on the dock.
Nice. Oh, we could do Gen Con too. Look at
That's Digimon, bro.
Digimon.
We don't play that game here.
As it stands. Where's Gen Con?
That's crazy. Don't you actually have a Digimon deck profile on your channel?
He does.
I do. My boy Zuhair got top 16 with some Zulongmon win percentage. I don't know. He says a cool deck, so I did profile.
Oh, actually, we might not even need it.
Oh, the PPG event manager one?
I can actually just count all these
so
together.
down here.
Yeah, I see that. But I can actually count all of these right now. Interesting. We could do this while we wait for people to come in.
What are you trying to do?
Yeah.
You're trying to do like the last several events and like count representation?
Yeah. Oh, we have no camera right now. That's fine.
What are you doing to us right now? Just do it underneath, I guess, right? So we don't mess up the beautiful tier list that we made.
I told you can't let Danny be in charge of stuff. Like, who let this guy drive?
Down here.
Danny might have the most
Yes.
responsible job out of all of us, though, so he definitely should be someone.
The guy's not the most responsible. He is the most highest paying. Like,
Nah, isn't Danny like senior manager or some shit like that?
no, he's literally a peon. Goose is up.
You know what's actually kind of funny? Joey, like, he's sitting next to me, so he saw me do some work like this morning,
Yeah.
and he's like, "How do you know what the fuck's going on?"
Because the computer's doing some voodoo stuff, man.
Yeah, because it's just puke of words on the screen.
Yeah, Pac-Man, actually, me and Danny and one of our other friends went and saw the movie today. It was pretty dope. It was actually like really enjoyable.
Yeah, I actually liked it.
Just know that you're not going to a Dragon Ball movie for like a compelling story.
No.
You're going for some cool fights and some cool characters, and it was pretty fun. I liked it a lot.
Are you talking about the
thought
movie?
the story was very compelling. I thought it was one of the better stories they've.
All right, I'm gonna tell all you fools right now, we're not gonna spoil the movie for these people, okay?
Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil.
Because you guys are cracked when it comes to spoilers.
Yo, but hey, what about that part at the end where?
I saw Yard right?
Yeah.
1 blue baby. 1.
I will say I actually was a fan of the animation style. I normally don't like 3D, but that was pretty cool.
I haven't
Yeah,
watched it in the
it
movie,
was
but from
good.
the clips I saw,
I thought it was the best movie they've made.
The animation actually looked really good when you actually watch the
You
movie.
know, it was the best movie they've made.
Yeah, it was better than the Broly movie. It was like really good to me. I was like, the jokes were like adult appropriate jokes. You know what I mean? Like it was good.
I will say it was like, yeah, like the in between stuff. Like the fight scene in Brawly was still 1,000 times better. But
Sure, I agree. But like, it's just like, it's more than.
Hey,
just
how's the
fight.
audio, guys?
yeah.
Yeah, chat. Let us know how the
I
audio's doing.
Mike, Dr. Hedo, best
That's my
character in
boy.
the show. That was the best character.
dude, why are you talking about the movie? Like, whose man is this? We literally just said we're not talking about the movie.
We're not. We said no spoilers.
Dude, you're spoiling the movie. I don't know who that guy is.
Well, he's literally he's in the
Literally
trailer.
in the
bro.
trailer.
Dude,
Yeah,
okay, let's
All right,
not get off
let's
talking
just
about
do this.
arguing
Let's just
this
do this.
movie.
Movie talk over right now. That's good. That's it. It's over.
Literally in the trailer. It's not a spoiler.
Danny was setting up the tier list, so you know. But it's still a spoiler to me. I haven't seen it.
I'm gonna leader that though, Mike.
Yeah, for sure.
Go Tanks.
I think
think
the
he could have a
second
really cool
Jinkai
deck,
set
too.
is supposed to have movie cards, so hopefully that's true, and not just some fake rumor the internet
U7
said.
Goku 3. Trunks.
A tree of them?
Yeah, Gamma 2. I don't think I added that yet. Yeah. 13.
I could see him being like a blue leader, you know.
Turles
My boy
Yeah.
Turles.
1. Yeah, Gamma, Turles, Blue Baby. Where am I? 3. Android 16.
You don't have support Vegeta yet.
Yeah, Android 16. Bulma I already did. SS for Vegeta.
Green Cooler.
Have you guys got back on that Unite or something?
Black Mass Sand, because that actually has done
Have
decently.
you been
across past two
watching? I
weekends.
was watching Worlds earlier.
Yeah, I mean, while I'm typing this, guys, feel free to put questions in chat. Did you post on the main group yet?
I did, yeah.
Okay. Beerus Reboot, yeah.
That deck is the truth, man. I promise you, that deck is the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I believe you. I would believe it. I'm playing the budget version right now. Fish pulling or gold fishing, whatever you guys call it.
Damn, they had leader breakdowns. It's cool.
Fish pulling
Yeah,
is
that
something
one's
else
really
that
cool.
I do.
Trunks
Core
Vegeta.
always does this, right?
I don't know if they always do it, but Massand Reboot, the fifth most popular deck, that's kind of cracked, to be honest. It's like super unexpected for
Shout out
Massand
Sawyer.
Reboot to be the most. Yeah, shout out to Sawyer.
Yo, 2 Bulmas.
And what, one of them topped? That's pretty good conversion rate.
50% top rate.
You play Bulma, you have a 50% chance of making top cut. That's pretty powerful.
Trunks
That's
Vegeta.
good.
13.
Too bad it's
Gamma,
unplayable in
15.
Zenkai, you know?
No yard rat.
No Yard Rat. Blue Baby.
Yep, 1.
1.
He scrubbed.
Bulma 0.
Yeah, the other
Oh
tournament.
wow, this event. Yeah, this event actually had 2 Bulma that 0 topped. Go Tanks.
Alright, so maybe your odds are not 50% of playing of topping play Bulma.
Launch. Nope. U7.
Joe, we
Wow,
can't
really?
read. What
0?
makes you think we'd be able to do math? Like,
Dude, you have to ask Danny. We came back from dinner and I'm like ready to explode and just die over.
He's so full.
So he's gotta use his brain right now.
Joe ate too much meat.
Did I miss an
did.
SF4 in the Gen Con events? Green Cooler.
I mean, it got top 4 day 2 or day 1. I'm not sure about day 1.
Beerus, any Beerus reboot? Raditz reboot. Dude, I
Are
think I
you
missed
like
something.
tallying
in Gen
the
Con.
amount that
It's
topped
fine,
of each
I
deck?
know.
Blue Baby,
Yeah.
Beerus reboot.
The Raditz reboot is just Tommy Gunn. It's the same guy.
Yeah.
It's that boy Chris Acosta.
Let me go back to Gen Con
Oh.
real quick.
Come on, man.
Yeah, there's one Reddit, so there should be 2
Oh,
That's
Reddit.
your
yeah,
boy,
yeah.
Mike.
Okay.
The Texas Menace.
Dude, no
But,
U7s.
dude, I don't even know where he lives in Texas.
What an
He
interesting,
lives-
actually, to see.
I know. I think he's like an hour or two
Just a
north
quick
of me.
breakdown.
He comes
Yeah,
to some
move.
Houston tournaments.
They need to
Did you hit the PPG event as well?
This is the PBG event,
No, it's
right?
core. So yeah, that one. Did you do
Yeah,
that one?
yeah,
Okay, so we got it all.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Let me move these to
Order them.
order them.
I did not even realize that how much Gamma topped more than every other deck. That's actually crazy.
Ryan, did you see the Decklist breakdown from the core event? Like that actually is kind of wild.
Yeah. So
No, I didn't.
here, before we look at this more, this is terrible. It's okay.
It's something.
All right. So the core webcam had 16 Trunks Vegeta.
So total 128 players.
Yep.
16 Trunks Vegeta being the most popular. U7 and Gamma being the next most popular, which makes perfect sense. And then the fourth most popular deck, 7 Blue Babies. Then after that, 7 Cell reboots. And then after that, 6 Mass Sand reboots. Like, Cell, I can kind of see it because, like, basically a starter deck, just, like, crack it and build it. But Mass Sand reboot and Blue Baby being the next 2 most popular decks is kind of wild.
Red Jiren.
I have a huge following, Jeff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, people are big fans of Mike, man.
They're like, yo, Mike's deck is broken.
Click on this.
I do think this is like also like just like fans of like certain decks, and like they don't think the deck's that good, and they want something just good with it. They like hop back on it because like I think Mass Saiyan is the same.
Oh, it's talking to Ryan, I think.
Oh, Ryan, how's your arms? They're good. Look at the scars.
They're still broken. They're still broken, but I can move them now.
We're trooping.
Yeah, we can move now, but they're broken still.
Alright, I don't think we actually. I guess we could pull up Decklist.
I have physical therapy next Wednesday.
If we just keep that open so we can click on them, but you can move the tier list back over.
Oh wow, look at this.
Oh, broken.
I'm a genius.
You're so smart.
Thank you.
Let's see how it looks over here. Oh, it looks good.
Yeah, I guess we can pull up Decklist after this. But
all right. So what you guys are looking at right here? This is across the past 4 events. So Thursday Gen Con, Sunday Gen Con, Core Webcam, and PPG Webcam. These are the decks that top 16 across all 4 of those. So what? 16 times 4 is what?
64.
Top 64. Yeah. So these are basically the top 64 decks from those events, and this might not perfectly add to 64, but it's basically top 64.
yeah, we didn't do Gen Con online.
Yeah, I never saw any data from Gen Con Online, so I don't have that. Unfortunately.
All I know is that Janimba got second.
Yeah, that I heard. I'm not sure what one Gen Con
Shout out
Online.
to Chris
This
Key.
shit is dumb, bro.
Yeah.
Can I like dark mode this? This is hurting my eyes.
Yeah, I don't know if Notepad has a dark mode.
Whatever.
But so Gamma and Trunks being most topping, I mean, makes sense.
Yeah. Auto tier 1.
For U7 Goku being like the other perceived like part of the triangle, it's very low topping.
Yeah, I actually thought that 3 tops are the U7. I know that it didn't do hot at Gen Con and singles. I'm pretty sure no one tops Gen Con either days, right?
Singles, yeah, neither day.
Yeah, singles. Yeah. So I know that I didn't pay attention to the webcams as much, so all 3 of those are from the webcams. Because I just remembered that people were talking about that no one topped at Gen Con with it in singles.
Alright, real quick, Miguel, don't get it twisted. U7 is degenerate, alright?
That is correct.
I just want to say, I feel like part of Gen Con's top, like, in both singles, there's, like, maybe half of the players were exactly the same in, like, both days, right? Maybe half players.
Wait, is this singles or teams as well?
Singles.
It's 2 Gen Con singles events and the 2 online webcam singles events.
Okay, gotcha.
I really think what it is with U7 is like for whatever reason, like the best players aren't playing it. Like, I can't think of a name player who like main decks U7.
Reed's the only.
Yeah, that's like the only one.
He did well in team.
Yeah, he did great.
He didn't do that well in singles. He did good in teams, but he didn't do that well in singles.
I do think that's the one. It does suffer from like it's like way better on the play than the draw, and like I think like over a 9-run event, like there's gonna be people that are just gonna lose a die roll and lose a round because of it, because like the deck is far better going first.
Yeah,
it skews for sure, but like I also think like we saw that graph and it has like Trunks Gogeta at the top. That's like in my opinion a rough matchup for U7. Gamma's also at the top, which like I don't have that much testing in that matchup. I would say U7's favored, but I was told it's really not. So like, if it's not favored, then like if Gamma and Trunks are just like good against it, like that's probably why it hasn't done well.
Yeah,
I think Gamma's probably favored in that matchup.
Yeah, I mean,
I think the Resolve's really strong, but
I think it's very dice rolling in that matchup, especially because like once you have your unison established in Gamma and you have your Android 18 counterplay live, it's almost like U7 can't do anything.
Yeah.
Like you literally can't commit a battle card into that. It's kind of rough.
And like if you Android 18, like for example, either Frieza or Android 17, it's so much protection to your Unison that like your Unison's now probably gonna stick that turn. And if they don't kill it the first turn it's out, they're just not killing it probably. So now
Oh,
it's gonna.
you're not killing Unison. The Unison's not dying. Like you can't swing at the Unison. That's just like not correct. Like that thing is getting dual attack and it's gonna swing twice, and they're gonna play Boo eventually. It's just a waste of time to attack it. But like, what I'm saying is like, I mean, Android 18 is good. Don't get me wrong, but U7 can play through that. I think pretty easily. You just go 17. If they counterplay it, then you just freeze it, kill the blocker. You can do a lot of damage still, even with 18. But yeah, the die roll is obviously the most important. Going
Yeah,
first, it's like going first, they can't even 18 you on the turn they want to, and then the turn they have the one energy up, you're just gonna unison. So
The die roll is definitely really important in the matchup
But yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, if U7 gets to go first and go 17 into Frieza, like those two cards just do too much damage.
You know, so it's very interesting. What do you guys think is like the easiest deck to play out of all of these?
Gamma.
U7.
Yeah.
No, I think it's
yeah.
Gamma.
I kind of think it's
I think
Gamma.
U7. I think U7 has variants though, because right, like you're milling cards, then that might to play.
I also think it's Gamma.
I mean, Gamma can
I
brick.
think-
Gamma bricks are really
It
bad.
can-
They're really rare, but they're really bad as well. like
I
you
think the
said.
reason why it's Gamma is it's the most like least, or I can't say the most. It's the least punishing deck. You get to untap mana every turn, and you play cards from your energy. Like you literally just don't play
Linear-
cards from your hand.
linear gameplay.
Yeah,
And
and
the
like
turn, the
you have
decisions.
a bomb that just wipes their entire board. So like, you're like, oh cool, you built a board. I'm just gonna wipe it for free, pretty much, and you can do whatever. I don't really care. If you negate attack, you pour up a card in your hand. Like I think it's a really well-rounded deck that just has like access to really good defense and like really good offensive options because like you just don't spend any cards from your hand. You don't have a lot of draw power, but you're not wasting your resources. You're just like, cool, I'll play cards from energy and waste my opponent's resources.
Yeah, I think the decision making in Gamma is also really easy. Just in that, like, basically turn 1, turn 2, like, well, turn 2 you play a guy from your energy, and then you play Unison. Turn 3 it's like you play a dual attacker and the guy from energy, and then turn 4 and beyond you just want to literally slam cell every single turn.
Or Boo Unison.
Yeah, sure. So one of those 2 4 drops, but that just makes it feel like you're not really making a lot of decisions on offense. Defensively, maybe it gets a little bit more complex depending on, if you're playing the Floodgate, if you're playing Beerus Realm of the Gods, if you're playing Arrivals, like that can get kind of interesting. But yeah, I think the offensive capabilities of Gamma is pretty simple, but really strong though for sure.
Yeah, you also have 17 to like proc like Trunks in the Trunks Cheetah matchup, which is like really strong. It makes it like that matchup a lot easier. Where like other decks don't have just like a free 1-drop barrier that like also swings, and you also just, again play from your energy. So it's like that really helps like that matchup. Like it just has tools in like every matchup in the meta really. Like when I picked up the deck, I started playing it and I was like, oh yeah, this is really easy. Like I never felt like I played U7 a few times and like I didn't think it was like that hard of a deck, but it definitely I felt like your sequencing is more important and stuff like that.
You want to go mute your laptop?
Sure.
Or was it your phone that was making a Discord noise? Mike,
Yeah.
I don't know if you're looking at the YouTube chat, but
I am.
yeah, someone
I'm about
asked you a question.
I don't think Blue Baby is gonna be good during Zenkai format. Like, I haven't seen a single blue card I can really use effectively, and all the decks getting like better, like power level wise. It's probably better to just move to SS3 because you get to use all the new good blue cards, and you still get to play the floodgates. So I'm kind of like hung up Baby for now until I get something that works in Kai.
Yeah, you like lose Oceanus as a floodgate, but that's really like the only floodgate that you lose.
No, you can play Oceanus in SS3. Like
You
nothing
can.
stops
It's
you.
a little ambitious, but good.
No, you just play Zeno super combo, pick it back up. Like it's really not a big deal. Like okay, I hit a Oceanus, Zeno, pick it up. All right.
I just want to play the draw 2 super combo. But yeah,
I just think that-
that is true. That is true. You definitely can do
You
that.
can Zeno, but I'm not saying like I think it will like can fuck you up on like you ramp it and then like on your turn 4 you can't play Blue Unison, like something like
You
that.
don't.
Like,
Oh, I'm not playing Boo Unison anyways in SS3 as my main unison. My main unison is going to be the Baby Unison.
All right, that sounds crazy.
That's different. That's different.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Mike.
I like
Yeah, I'm
Baby,
on
but
Mike's
I
wavelength.
like Baby, but I definitely.
I mean,
have
like
to
you're
with my main
saying it sounds crazy, but just test it, right? And you'll be like, oh, it makes sense. Like, is your main, like on turn 2 you just play Baby. Turn 3 you play the new Goku 6-drop. On turn 3, turn 4 you play Vegeta. turn 4 you play. Turn 5 you play.
That new 6-drop Goku is cracked. That's true.
That's what I'm saying. Like you literally don't. I'm gonna play Boo in my deck. Duh, it's a really good card, but I'm not. It's not my main unison. My main unison's Baby. I'm playing four babies, 2 boos.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people are saying that Zenkai seems really fast and it's gonna push out control, but I don't think that's a fact yet. I think that control is really strong. They've done a lot of stuff to nerf aggro and free play, so I'm not convinced that control is getting pushed out.
I think Baby control is done, like the Baby deck. I think it's done. You can't play the new tools correctly. It's not worth playing. And the fact that the ramp version is dead, like I don't like the Janemba Mill version. Like I came up with that version. I thought it was cute for a little bit, and I was like, this is just inferior to me ramping. So like, if I can't play the ramp version of the deck, it's not going to be good.
So wait, why is the ramp version dead? Don't forget you're making it louder for them too.
Blue is popular now, right? So you're just gonna get your Vegeta God Sealing most of the time. Also, you can't afford to whiff. Like if you do whiff, like you hit like black and Baby, you're in trouble because there's enough counterplay and enough powerful cards at a cheap enough rate that you just die.
I will say, like, when I played against Baby recently, he tried to SS4 and I got God Sealing. Like, it pretty much, like, completely screwed him. Swung the whole game. Like, it was such a big momentum play that, like, I don't know, if you get caught ever doing that, like, you just get really punished.
Yeah, you know what ramp card can't be hit by God Sealing? The new Rudigarn blue-green card?
Yes.
True.
We'll look at the newest previews later on in the stream.
So I guess we'll go back to this tier list. So we wanted to, I guess, like rank everything. So these are basically the successful decks of the past 2 weeks or whatever. And obviously this is not representative of the entire Ultimate Squad format, but it's representative of a good chunk of it. So we're gonna go through these decks and we're gonna rank them, put them in different tiers, and then we were going to talk a little bit about how they're probably gonna do in Zenkai series.
Yeah, I mean,
so
Gamma's easy tier 1. Yeah.
Don't you X that out? I was gonna be upset.
It asks you to save.
Yeah, Gamma is like a easy tier 1.
Yeah.
I don't think no arguments there, right?
Nope.
No.
I think it's tier 1. I don't think it's best blue deck, but I think it's tier 1.
I also don't think it's the best blue deck. I think SS4 is the best blue deck.
We want to talk a little bit about how it's going to do in Zenkai. I mean, I think this deck's going to get support for a long time. Like, obviously, I think they're going to push it because of the movie. They literally printed the 17-18 Unison with Zenkai in mind because, it combos every single turn. So that's going to be really strong. The 3-drop cell is going to be really good in the deck. The 5-drop Vegeta Z card is going to be good in every single blue deck. So that's going to be cracked.
Yeah.
I don't see
think
this
the Z
deck
deck
slowing
definitely
down.
benefits that deck for sure.
It got
I
the new
think the new
17,
SDR is
18, or
also
new
the
18.
Goku is broken in the deck. If you haven't tried it yet, like I think the Goku pushes the deck really far.
The
That's something I wanted to talk to.
No, the SCR Goku.
No, the SCR, yeah.
The blue.
See, like Mike, we talked about it a little bit earlier. And I think that there are definitely decks where that Goku could fit in, and it's nice that there's like a second blue SCR option. But I just personally can't see myself not playing Baby Hedge. Like
it's so
broken.
I've been experimenting with all the cards like coming out and like.
Yeah, I haven't tested the new Goku yet, but
you actually can have a really aggressive turn in Gamma with that SCR. That's very true.
Yeah,
play Cell, play dual attacker, player 1-drops.
Oh, and
I think it's interesting that Gamma plays all its threats from its energy, and then the Z deck just gives you another area. So it's like Gamma's just playing all these cards from everywhere that's not its hand.
True.
So its hand's just gonna stay big, or not like big. Like Gamma doesn't have like huge hands, but like it just has so much extra resources to play out of.
It's at least not pulling cards from your hand.
Yeah, and Zenkai just kind of enhances that.
yeah, so you guys were talking, like, people were saying Zenkai's gonna be more aggressive, but like, is there anything more aggressive than Frieza plus Android 17 turn 2 from U7?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
Next set?
Yes.
It's more about consistency, right? Like, you just have access to these cards early game at all times instead of not having to draw them. That's where deck building gets
Sin
interesting
turn
now.
2 is actually going to be insane.
Yeah?
Yeah, Red Sin turn 2 is I think it's like 7 damage. They've put out the same way, but the attacks are better. And you can also play just Zenkai on turn 2.
I think deck building changes a little bit in how you construct your deck, just knowing that you have access to these cards at all times, at any point. So now you can build your deck to just cycle cards early game and then have access to early game battle cards with your Z deck at all times.
Yeah, it is an interesting dynamic because it's like you read the cards coming out in Z format, and they all just have absurd effects, right? Like everything has deflect. A lot of them have barrier. So it looks like the format's very aggressive. You look at SS4, it looks very aggressive. At the same time, like Shad was alluding to, when you're constructing your deck, if you know your threats are in a 7-card deck that you can always have access to, like that's less threats you technically have to put in your deck, and sometimes you can just put in more defensive cards because you can always just play your threats when you want to.
Yeah, anybody who thinks it's more aggressive in terms of like playstyle, that's wrong. It's literally the same. It's because in playstyle, you're just playing a tempo-based game.
Yeah.
And like, Baby doesn't stop Zenkai energy. Like people are like saying, "Oh, you can stop." No, it doesn't, because I mean, you still attack and they just combo out of your attacks, so they still get their Zenkai energy. And nothing really takes a massive amount of Zenkai energy to use. Like everything's 2 or 3, so it's gonna be just all tempo, not no super aggro outside of that Sin deck. Like, even the Gogeta deck isn't very aggro. It's strong and it hits hard when it swings, but it's not aggro though.
Yeah.
The one thing I have noticed though is like it's hard for some decks to really use Zenkai. Like obviously a lot of the new leaders like they have built-in combo abilities to make use of it, but like I've been playing Green KP a lot, and Green KP does not combo like a lot early on. So that deck, from what I found, is like you're just playing your main deck stuff. I mean, to be fair, the green Z cards are actually not even really that good. Like the best generic one is like that 2-drop Frieza, and then there's the Turtle School 3-drop that doesn't do anything in King Piccolo, obviously, and then there's the Z leader, so that's fine. And then there's the 1-drop Piccolo that is only playable in Gotenks. So like maybe just green is not going to be that reliant on Z cards because their Z deck just isn't that good yet, but like
yeah, but your Goku and your Piccolo are Z energy based cards, which
right. So you're setting up Z energy for actual main deck cards, which is kind of interesting. You have to actually draw those cards, which is kind of just a straight up nerf to those cards. Kind of funny, but those cards are very strong. Those cards are very strong for sure. And, like, don't get me wrong, but like turn 3, you will have probably comboed like a super combo or something, but like it's not like Budokai Goku. It's like every single turn combo 2 cards, every single turn combo 2 cards. You know.
I agree.
Rising Phoenix. Everyone with the top 5 to 7 most represented decks across the last several tournaments. Which decks seem to be the ones least likely to be phased out by Nat's time or power creep? So that's kind of the conversation we're having. Like, you know, how Gamma's going to do going in Zenkai. I mean, I guess we can get back to the list, but Gamma's going to do very well going in Zenkai. I mean, the blue Z cards are insane.
I think Gamma is going to be a Nats deck. I think Trunks Vegeta will be a Nats deck still. I think that Android 16 will be a Nats deck for sure if they don't ban anything prior to it, but they probably should. SS Vegeta for sure will be a Nats
let's
deck.
let's actually follow the tier list.
Nats, I feel like
go down the tier list and walk down.
Yeah, like next format is more like there's a whole other step before Nats.
Yeah,
like, we have really no idea about nationals.
Yeah, we can't worry about Nats yet.
Let's talk about
two sets.
We're going on a little tangent. Let's go to Trunks Vegeta. So I feel like it's about time for Trunks Vegeta to actually phase out. Like, I can't believe it survived this long, honestly. With how much power creep there is.
It's weird though, because like, are you talking about they should hit it? You're talking about just the fact that you can't believe it's so strong because of how old it is.
Yeah, that too.
Okay. I mean, I don't see them hitting it on the list. It's really not. Yeah, was it set 14?
Set 16.
It's 16. Okay. Yeah, it's not that old, I don't think, but
it just when it came out, it wasn't as strong when it came out. Like it was still good, but it just wasn't as strong as it is right now. So like it does seem like an older deck just because like the set it came out, it didn't see like its shine really. But like I think it's really really strong. I don't know how it'll go into Zenkai, but like I do think like right now it's very very strong. Like it just has like access to so many like great tools. The Gohan Unison is really good or you can run Trunks Unison. I know people are. Some people run one, some people run the other. The Trunks 19K is super good. Cooler's like one of the best cards in the game right now. They have probably the best SCR in the game, or the second best SCR in the game. I think the SCR is really what put the deck into tier 1. Like that card is absolutely cracked.
Bro, I swear, like when I play Trunks Vegeta games, I don't draw the SCR. I feel like I'm playing a tier 3 deck. And games that I do draw it, I feel like I'm playing a broken deck.
Yeah, Axel, Trunks Vegeta won day 1 of Gen Con, by the way.
Yeah.
They did win a big event.
That I will say, though, I mean, you can put Trunks tier 1, obviously. I don't think anyone's disputing that. But Trunks Vegeta, like, will not use Zenkai very well. I don't think.
Yeah, that's what I was alluding to.
I think it uses it perfectly fine. Like I've been playing it. It's been great.
I think you probably generate energy fine on defense, but like I'm on the same train as Mike generally. I don't combo on offense. I think it's just bad card advantage. Like so, like decks that are rewarded like very aggro decks for combo on offense. I think like those have the benefit of you can combo, get the energy, or decks that like the new Goku deck, or whatever, you just combo cards and pick it back up. But like if I'm just playing a normal deck, I'm not just gonna combo a card just to gain the Z energy. Like I'll just combo it on defense, protect my life.
I mean, Mike's probably on this train already, but like I think for Trunks Vegeta, you probably have to just like generate. I'm assuming Mike, you combo a lot of the 1-drops and Z energy them.
Yeah, that's exactly what you do.
So yeah, you got to do a play where like you swing with a 1-drop, combo the 1-drop, then replay the 1-drop from the drop area to play another 1-drop from your deck. Like that.
I only do that if I don't have an extra 1-drop in my hand.
Right.
But,
so like if you happen to only open like 1-1-drop or something.
Yeah, if I have 1-1-drop, right? But like the idea of playing a 1-drop for 1 energy from your hand, draw your card, and then combo it, that's fine. Like perfectly fine in the deck. If you're trying to like push the damage through, sure, and you want the Z energy. It's been, and the Z energy cards for yellow are easy and cheap. The Goku, that's like a permanent Putine of choice. You can proc whatever you want, and the Oolong, you don't need to have Z energy all the time for the deck. You just need Z energy to establish Goku on like turn 4 or 5. I will have comboed 3 battle cards by that time, and then the Oolong is 1. Okay, I'll combo 1 card, play my Oolong. Who cares, right? That stuff's not hard. Like, also you can play the Gohan, which I've been experimenting with it today. That's when I just came back from locals. I was playing the Gohan Z battle card, and the Gohan that plays from the drop, and that's been amazing. I'm comboing this Gohan, and I combo this Gohan. I put it here. I play my Goku, and then now I have the evolve target in the drop. It's fine. I think it like literally transcends fine. Like the Yardrat Goku does not transcend fine because you just don't have cards to combo. But Trunks Vegeta has plenty of cards to combo.
I don't think
I also don't know the Zenkai card pool, like the actual Z cards, so that's why I don't know what like the yellow Z cards are. So it's hard for me to like know like how much Z energy for each color and deck and stuff.
Yeah, that's the important thing, right? Like I think that red needs a lot of Z energy because they're trying to spit out that SS4 Goku to burn. They're trying to spit out those rush attack Vegetas frequently, right? But yellow, you'll need like 4 max in the whole game. If I can't get 4, what was I doing?
I think I've actually only lost to Trunks Vegeta 1 time. This whole format.
Yeah, that deck is.
I
Really
mean, your deck has a pretty solid matchup against it though. Like it's not like super aggressive. Like how's it gonna push through? Well, like their normal way to push through is cooler, and you're just like I have 400 blockers. Your cooler does nothing. It's like they have to clear your board and cooler. Like it's just not a good matchup.
It feels fucking super free.
Yeah, like it's just
super free. Like I think it's a terrible deck actually, in my opinion. Compared to like
dead,
I think
almost dead deck set. So like,
hey,
sure,
shh, don't say that out loud. All right. I think like I was just so much more scared of every other meta deck. Gamma, Blue Baby, U7, Turles, SS4. Like I felt like every other deck felt so much stronger than Trunks Vegeta. But
yeah, well, you know what? We ain't afraid of Bulma, so there you go.
Wait, you were more scared of Turles than Trunks Vegeta?
Did I say Turles? Sorry, I was just going down a list. But yeah.
I was just like, that's
Yard
me.
Rat,
Like Turles is
sorry.
a solid deck, but I just always view Turles as just like a worse version of Trunks Vegeta. I just think Trunks Vegeta is the better yellow deck.
Dang, that's crazy. A Boy Scout would disagree.
All right, well, going back to the tier list, I think Blue Baby is a really interesting one because like from what I've done with like Top Cut breakdowns and stuff, Blue Baby is like not super highly repped in Top Cut, but every single time it tops, it places high. Like it got 3rd place at one of the webcams, it got 2nd place at Gen Con. Mike got 1st place at Otakon, so I don't know. Like with low representation, does that push it into tier 1?
No,
I would have a tier 1.
I think a lot of players just haven't tested against the deck, and so when people who play this deck show up to these events, some people just don't know what to do against it.
It's not
And
tier 1.
I mean, that makes it a good deck. It's not that it's not. I mean, it's still topping, and
But
people.
I just want to
aren't learning
confirm,
how to play
Mike.
against it.
This is the deck that you thought you could beat literally everyone in this format with.
Yeah, but he's not saying
I-
the deck's tier 1. He's saying like he
Yeah.
knows the deck.
I know the deck intimately, right? Like every situation that occurs, I just know it. Like, so sure, yeah, I'm slapping everybody. Like, I don't care who you go get. It doesn't matter. I'll play him for any amount of money. It doesn't matter. But
I love Mike.
not tier 1.
But it's not tier 1. All right.
No,
I mean, I just agree with that. I don't. If you like put it in an average player's hand, I don't think they're gonna have the same success. I do think the errata to it, like the deck's clearly still playable, but like it's like far more punishing than it was before. Like I've at least playing against it a few times. I've had people like fuck up or like get golden avengered when it's like an opportune time. They use like a wrong negate, pay too much energy early, and then just get golden avengered or like sparking and demagicking countered. And it's like it's not that easy to do well with the deck. Like there's people that have done well with it, but I assume, obviously, other than Mike, I don't know everyone, but I assume those people have a lot of reps on the deck. They didn't just pick it up.
Okay, I can give you the guy at Gen Con played my deck list. Lee Shahan is a Patreon member on Hermestyle. I put that deck list up there, gave a play-by-play. I hope to God if you read my play-by-play, you do well. Danny got a play-by-play for me how to play Bulma, wins an event. Like, bro, it's not that hard. Jimmy is literally like my third arm. That's my man's. Duh. Of course you know how to play baby. Like he's gonna.
I don't think you like taught me that much. I feel like I take it into my own now. I think
now, but I'm saying when you won the event,
Yeah,
you had a
yeah.
week.
You showed me. You like gave me. Showed me the ropes. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like when you won your event, like boom. Now you've changed the deck so much to your own. That's just you. That's not me. That's you. But
Nah, it's still you, baby. Don't worry. All right, let's go to U7.
U7 is interesting because like we perceive it as like one of the decks in the meta triangle, but it actually has like super low representation. So, can we even call it tier 1?
Yeah,
I think U7 is tier 1.
I think it's the best red deck for sure, and I do think like it didn't do well in these. Well, especially Gen Con, like 3 tops in the 2 webcam events isn't too bad. I just think it didn't do well at Gen Con, so that's like part of it. But like you said, I do think part of that is a lot of the better players are just on other decks at the moment, and like, in my opinion, this is a high skill gap game where like those better players are usually going to do well with the decks they're playing, and they don't need to just play like a U7. So like, I think that's part of the reason the results aren't as high. Yeah. So if you go to previous tournaments like Otakon or whatever tournaments before that, I'm sure it has a significant more tops.
So it's been kind of weird, like just from covering the data myself. Like there are some events where, U7 like has a ton of tops, like 5 out of top 16. But there are some events where it totally misses. It's really weird. So this is not like necessarily out of character for U7. And while I do think the deck is the best red deck for sure, like can we really put U7 in tier 1 when Baby has more tops than it? Across the format, yes. Like U7 has done very well. Like it has had big representations, but
wow.
I don't know. It just feels weird to put it in.
Dude,
just based off
with
the
the format
data.
solved at the end of the format, maybe like with a more solved format, it's not as good. But I think throughout the format, it was tier 1, and like was a high contending meta deck. Like there was like something you had to prepare for. You couldn't like go into an event and like just disregard U7. Like that just doesn't make sense.
Dude,
that's fair.
Look at this breakdown real quick. At the webcam on Core, 12 U7 Gokus entered the tournament. Not a single one top.
That's pretty wild.
That is insane.
So the Core webcam, none of them top. So that means that the PVG webcam had all 3 tops.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that is kind of wild. That 3 out of 4 events. Is
Hey,
zero
the boy
tops.
Josue.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah.
But so then the other thing too is like me and Danny talked about this before we got on live. Like, how much are we gonna consider like results versus what we perceive to be strong? You know what I mean? Like we'll just move on to Bulma right now. Like, well, I guess we haven't played C7, but this comes up with Bulma, right? Like, super low representation, but we all know how strong the deck is, right? So do we put Bulma in tier 1 or 1.5?
I mean, in my opinion, Bulma is the best red deck.
Hey, boys, that's right.
I'm not even like inclined to disagree with you, but like, how much do we factor in what we consider to be strong versus the results it's put up? Which like it's put up fine results, but again, it's got like super low representation, right?
Yeah, I think it's hard. Like when you do the tier list, right? Because like you said, the perceived triangle is Trunks, Gamma, U7, right?
Yeah.
When I look at the game, I think the perceived triangle is actually
Yard Drab, Blue Baby, Bulma.
SS4 Blue Baby, like those two pet decks, Yardrat and Bulma. That to me, those are the pinnacle of the format in terms of like they stretch the format. That's the triangle. These are the decks. Everything else is playing in between their games.
I think that
it's more of
Bulma's
your
like
opinion, but like looking
They-
at the actual
they
data, like
they won more
if you look
events
at the data,
than all the
it's-
other decks you talk about. They've won
it's
more.
Gamma
events.
and Trunks by far.
No,
being the most
Baby,
representative
Yardrat, and in this
They each
format,
won one
Baby, Yardrat, and Bulma have won more events.
So
They-
that's the
they
crazy
each
thing
won
about
one,
this
yeah.
format in general is that like there's a triangle, but most event winners are rogue decks. Like the deck that wins
That's
the
not-
event is usually a rogue deck.
I think Bulma and Baby are both in the like category of like they're powerful enough to be like Blue Baby's like powerful enough to be like tier 1.5, tier 1 deck, and Bulma's definitely as good as the tier 1 decks. Like I think it's a tier 1 deck power level, but like I think it's like almost a rogue deck. Like when you have 3 or whatever 4 people in the tournament, like or however I don't know how many people across those 4 tournaments play Bulma. It's just like it's not a meta deck. There's not enough people playing it to be a meta deck. So like I think it's still a rogue deck, but it's like a tier 1 rogue deck.
Isn't it just like bad? I guess like bad game approach. If you say, okay, well these decks people don't play them, even though I know they're this powerful, I'll ignore them.
No, yeah.
That's a bad approach.
I do think it's
those
tier
3
1
decks.
power. I just don't.
Yeah,
think
I mean-
I'd consider it rogue with that like a tier 1 power level.
I don't think it's terrible logic. I mean, going into an event like you only can prepare for so many things, so I'm not gonna spread myself thin versus decks like Gamma or Trunks, where like I know the majority are gonna play those, and like there's gonna be one Bulma in the tournament that's competent.
Hey man, I knew at Gen Con if I dodged my boy, I would never play against Bulma, and I was totally right. So I just
that's what I'm trying to say. Like I mean, like yeah, like you really can't. I mean, like I get what Mike's saying, but like sometimes like if you have the space, sure, but like a lot of times you don't have the space to like prepare for everything.
Oh yeah, I mean to me, I chalk up Gamma, Trunks, Vegeta, and U7. Like the cards I play must be able to work against those decks. But my tech spots are for what I consider the 3 most powerful decks. Like I'm more concerned about those. Your deck should just be able to hang against these linear decks. Anything that linear, you should just be able to beat. Like I don't get why you wouldn't. Like I've lost to U7 a total of 2 times this whole format, Jordan, and you're one of them. You know what I mean? Like, but that's 2 times.
But yeah, no, I get that's a bad matchup for U7. Like no cap.
0 times to Trunks Vegeta. Gamma 0 times. Oh, actually, I lied. I lost 1 time to Gamma. But like that's very, very low rates for these decks to be so powerful. No, they're all linear. They do the same thing every game. You should be able to map it out. If you can't map that out, I don't know why you're going to events.
Mike,
to be honest with you.
Mike, you really. I mean, this is. You're not prepping for Bulma that much.
I am. I literally main double.
You're prepping for me.
No, you weren't even at Otakon. I main 2 God slicing.
All right, fair. But you know that like Big J is saying though, like at Gen Con, most players were not prepping for Bulma. Like I don't know what happened, but like very people had respect for it.
Though. So are we saying that if someone jumps off a bridge, we just follow them, right? Like that's silly.
No, but like I'm not even joking. When I was going into the format, I'm not preparing for Bulma. I was literally preparing for. I wasn't even preparing for Gamma. Gamma has the tops. I don't respect Gamma, but like that's beside the point. So I respect SS4 way more. SS4, the mirror match.
Right? Okay.
SS4, the mirror match, and U7. Those are the 3 decks I prepared for.
I think SS4 is better than Gamma, but I still would respect Gamma. I think it's powerful. Maybe you have like a comfortable matchup against it.
And if I had
definitely
space,
I obviously didn't play singles, but like I was like or at least built a deck preparing to play teams, and like Bulma's definitely not something I'm considering. Like and like even teams, it's good. I think would be more popular than singles. And I'm still not like I'm gonna prep for the 2 Bulmas in the row. Like mathematically, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'm trying to come ready for everything. That's just how I am, I guess. I don't know. Like,
all right.
No, I mean if you can, it's good, but just unrealistic.
Let's move along.
To do that.
Do we put Bulma at 1.5 then? Is that agreed?
I think it's tier 1. I think it's tier 1.
I guess based on data, but strength wise, I would put it in tier 1.
I mean, I think it's tier 1 as well, but
Put it in tier 1.
Okay. Victory, boys. All right, I'm done with the stream. Thank you.
Victory.
I mean, Bulma's in tier 1. I think Blue Baby has to be in tier 1 too. No.
Yeah, I don't have Bulma in tier 1. I just have it in the same realm as Blue Baby and Yardrat Goku. They're just too underrepresented.
How do you not have Bulma in tier 1 be called the best red deck, Mike?
Yeah, that's
just because your best red deck doesn't mean you're tier 1. How many decks go in tier 1 to you?
That doesn't make sense.
You've also been on record calling Bulma the best deck in format several times.
At one point, it was.
Whew.
And
We're in
then
the same meta.
format adapts. No, people just change what they like. People figured out God slicing is like one of the key answers.
People figured it out, or you figured it out? I've not seen that card in a single other list.
Yeah, I was just saying, no one else plays that card. Like literally,
I
nobody.
can't look. All right, I figured out things, and I just assume everybody else. I don't want to say I'm smarter than everybody else. That sounds dumb to think that I'm the only person
That's
who figured something
respectful.
out.
We should look at Decklist while we're here. Yeah, no zero God slicing. Does SS4 play God slicing?
Ken.
No, literally, I've never seen another person play that card.
Yeah.
That card
Like,
actually
other
seems
than, like-
snapped in Gamma though. That card actually.
It's not.
seems snapped.
It's definitely not like a bad card. Like I completely forgot it was a card. I'm just saying, like no one's playing it. Like it is like a good tech, but like no one's playing it. Like it's not like actually represented.
No, I'm playing Pilaf's Missile, the Frieza Dark
Pilaf's
Green one.
Missile.
I'm playing all those cards.
Oh my god.
Son of a
Pilaf's
crack.
Missile. Oh my god. I wonder if people even know this is the red one? The red free
Yeah,
one? Yeah.
That's the red Pilaf Missile.
It's,
That card.
basically a resolver nude.
Yeah. That's so funny.
I play all. Well,
What is it?
good.
Oh, Bean's your leader.
gets Bean. Yes.
Yes.
Broken. I'm not gonna lie. I'm starting to like these counters a little bit more that you can use for free by pitching too. Like, it's very good for tempo. Very good for tempo.
You know what I'm saying, Joe? Catching on to what I'm putting down, huh?
You did convince me to try it in green KP, and I have liked it.
What
Whose
the-
baby list is this? Why are they playing that card?
This is
Yeah.
11th at Michael
core
Kush
regional.
at the core
Let me see
regional.
that Black Vegeta.
It bottom deck
Terrible.
bottom
Absolutely
deck
terrible.
3 battle cards 3 to 7 costs
Is that some like anti-mill tech?
and
Yeah, the
gain
card's- the
crit
card's
dual
really
attack.
horrible.
Yeah, that card's sweet.
That card's
not
sweet.
This guy Mike's literally playing the mill.
Enrage Eminence Vegeta.
Yeah, that dude's enraged, all right.
Whew. That's a sick name. No god slicings.
One Mufuba, I like that. I love the one Goku Vegeta Saiyan synergy. Like, why play one? Like, that's just so random. I don't want to play it.
He had to fit in the Marcus Frieza package. That's why, and he had to fit in this random Vegeta one of. That's really
man,
comes
we're
up
not
on
losing
sure.
we're not losing the Jemba out here ever again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo, Jim put me onto that Vegeta card. I was like, that's sick. I don't know.
Your boy
He said-
Jimmy?
Yeah, he
Hermit
showed it
style?
to me one day. I said, yeah.
Yo, shout out to Hermer Style
Big
in the
shout
chat.
Very cool people.
Real quick, we have 60 viewers. Thanks everyone for coming out with this impromptu
Late night stream.
late night stream. Just had a fat dinner, and we're talking with the boys. All right, let's get back to this. So, what is everything tier 1?
We're on yard draft.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't think Yard
Draft's
Draft's tier one.
Tier 1?
I'm on the record. I think that Rios is broken, and he won with Yard Draft. I don't think that deck's tier one. I think
Dude,
it's definitely not
every
his
deck so
strength
far has
even.
been tier 1. We
so,
gotta put
so
some.
yard draft. Then I think yard draft actually can have a conversation. Is it tier 2 or tier 1.5?
It's wherever you put Bulma and Baby.
That's
We have that in
If
between
you're
tiers,
putting
so I don't know if
Baby
it's gonna work.
1.5, if you're putting Baby 1.5, just put Bulma 1.5. Like just from
Bulma's
representation.
1.5 to me, but I mean,
Well,
it's
that's
Danny's.
the
It's
conversation,
Danny's.
right?
It's
Is, like,
Danny's
how
deck.
much do we factor in strength versus results?
I think Yard Rat is also
It's
worse
personal
than Blue
preference,
Baby,
but,
and I
like-
think Yard Rat is worse than Bulma. So.
I know for a
personal
fact that
preference.
Yard Jet's worse than Blue Baby.
Yeah, like I do
Wow.
think the deck is
Yeah.
like a good deck, but like I think out of those tier 1.5 deck, I would
Yeah.
put Yard Rat out as the third of those 3 decks.
Oh, Seraphim has a good. Yo, shout out to Seraphim for topping up Bulma. It's exciting. He said we should try a team talk where we collab with other teams. Yeah, man,
They don't want to talk to me.
Come on, your boy Samuel would love to come. What the
Yeah.
heck are these?
Giggity.
I would love to talk to Samuel. That's
Dude,
what
who's
how do
literally
you-
spamming stuff in the chat? I banned that dude.
Yeah.
Hey, 69mega.com? Hey.
Shut
God.
the.
That's his name.
Danny, your boyfriend is calling you. That is true.
Yo, it's crazy, like, these emojis, though. Like, these messages.
Wait, did I do it? Danny, your boyfriend is
Yeah,
calling
message
you.
deleted. You deleted the message, but yeah, it still just shows his username.
All right. Yeah, maybe we'll try a collab, but some people don't like our team, so yeah. But
Who doesn't like our team?
I think they don't like certain people, you know.
Yeah, sorry, they don't like certain people, but we get super players. Those are our boys, you know.
Yeah, yo, get my
Sam-
point.
Samuel,
That's the only other team in the game. I'm confused as to who else we would collab with.
There's super players. There's the
I was like looking around. The dudes, yeah.
Oh, we're
Hermit
cool with the
style,
dudes.
Obviously, like,
Earth.
yeah, I was just going like the super players is obviously in my mind our biggest comp, but like, you know, there's obviously some other good teams.
The miscellaneous PPG team that exists, you know, Andrew
That's
Duvall and whoever the other guys are at this point.
Duvall is I think still on university, right? He's only on PPG
he's on PPG.
Oh, is he? I thought he just did that for My Hero.
I walk away for a minute. We're on a totally different tangent, huh?
Yeah.
Seraphim had he put an idea. You guys should try a team talk and collab with other team. And so we're mentioning that some other teams don't like the people on our team.
Why can't we all just get along, man?
I know what team.
Why can't we all just be adults on the internet?
If we did a team talk, you know what team I'd want to do a team talk with? Like, not trying to be funny. Yo, I would want to do a team talk with Mert Dalmas's team. Those the Turkish guys.
Yeah, come on, man.
No, not trying to be funny, bro. They play a whole different meta than we do. I'm very curious, actually. Like
They do play different meta, but like of all people that like we just said don't like us, that's come on.
There's a lot of people that don't like our people on our team. All right,
Man,
let's get back to this.
Anyways.
I feel like this tier list is it's actually crazy that we all disagree. It's always we disagree all the time. But damn, do we disagree on this.
The only thing we all agree on is that green cooler deck sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you agree on that.
That's definitely a tier 2. You can put that in tier 2 right now.
Yeah, I would say since you don't have a tier 3 category, you can put it into.
Well, Rogue
Whoa,
is like
you know what?
below tier.
What if we put these decks in Rogue? Because there's very few players that play it.
That's literally what I said.
Well, so are we?
I didn't hear you. Sorry, Ryan.
So are we classifying Rogue as something above like 1.5 then?
I think Rogue, like, there's varying levels of how good a deck is, but like I think those decks are probably
not enough results to put them in a tier.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Beer's
so
reboot. That's right.
Not enough players. Not enough data.
All
like
two.
Yard Draft, I don't know how many people
These are
actually
both
played it.
Rios.
Maybe it's a little bit more popular.
These
but,
are-
like,
Yeah, these are both Rios. 2 of these is me. Blue Baby. 2 of them are Mike.
Probably like 7 of those Trunks Vegetas are Big J.
one of those is mine.
I think 2 of these Blue Babies are Mike.
Cool.
No, this is counting tops. He topped.
Mike got 17th at one of the Gen Con events.
What is it, Gen Con?
Well,
Yeah,
Otakon,
Gen Con,
and,
I
Otakon and one Gen Con.
Yeah,
Oh,
one
okay,
Otakon
yeah.
and I topped Gen Con.
True.
I didn't
Yeah,
top
but
the last day
You
because I
didn't put
tagged out.
Otacon's results in there.
Yeah, I didn't put Otakon. So
But one of
Yeah.
them is Jimmy, that's my man's.
Oh yeah, one's Lee Shihan and one's you.
oh, sorry.
Yeah, so
Yeah, 1 Blue Baby.
Yeah.
But
You didn't count Otakon yet.
okay,
So like,
so
those decks to me they're powerful decks. That's what I was saying. Like I think they're good enough to be considered like powerful enough to even to be tier 1 or Yard Dragon in my opinion tier 1. But like they're just no one plays them. So like
Yeah,
they're
really
not
no one plays
meta
them.
relevant.
You know what I think we should do? I think we should just do power level for these tiers. Like, results are one thing, but like, if we're just gonna have a mathematical approach to this, then like, I guess it makes it way easier. Like, separated by results. But like, I think we should do what we perceive to be strong in each tier.
That's always subjective, though.
It is.
That's
Yeah,
harder
we'll
than
just
using
agree there.
That's harder than using results. But yeah, I do get that.
I mean, like
Yeah, we-
I think
we
Trunks
could go
Vegeta
back
is
and
actually
forth on
tier
decks.
1.5 or
I
2.
agree. I agree with that. I agree with Trunks Vegeta 1.5.
Like, would anyone put Gamma and U7 below 1?
no,
I think Trunks is just better.
Trunks
than
Vegeta
Usopp.
1.5. Trunks
I
Vegeta is
think
better
so.
than both those decks. Trunks Vegeta
Yeah,
is better than Gamma and U7.
I love Big J.
Actually,
dude. I
I
love
play
Big J
Gamma.
is so
I play
powerful.
Gamma, and I actually agree with him. I think Trunks Vegeta, in my opinion, I said going into Gen Con, I thought it was the best thing. So
That's crazy. I think the deck's terrible. I think it's
yeah,
the worst out of these
you have a
6.
deck that has a good. You're playing its bad. Like if someone played against like your bad matchup, they were like, "Wow, Bulma's not good. I have a free win." Like, yeah,
I don't know.
That's all.
I don't know. Maybe it's their game plan against Bulma. Maybe I am being biased, but like
Yeah.
every time I see everything they're doing throughout the game, I feel so less threatened by
Well,
Trunks Vegeta
Yeah,
compared to all these
I
other
figured
decks.
it out. Change Rogue to Rogue Power.
Well, even if you are being biased, it doesn't matter. This is what happens when you like compare power levels. Everybody's gonna have a different opinion.
There we go.
Yeah,
Rogue powerhouse.
That
Yeah.
Invoker's in tier 2. We don't even need to talk about that. The Invoker deck, that's a joke.
Yeah, that's like
There's an Invoker deck? Wait, where's Invoker on this list?
Yeah,
That's
Carrick, top UConn day 2.
Yeah, that's Omega Rogue. Like
That's not rogue. That's just not a deck. Like you guys
Yeah.
not listed.
Yeah, all right, let's talk about some of the interesting ones. Let's talk about Turles. Let's talk about Turles because our boy
Rogue.
Scott crushed Gen Con with Turles. It also won a webcam. What do we think
My
about
boy
Turles?
Jason Mohart.
1.5. 1.5.
I think it's 1.5. Like, I think
haven't-
it's getting more popularity. Obviously, this bet is ending, but
It's just rogue. Rogue powerhouse. It's
I
yeah,
think
Rogue
Rogue
Powerhouse
Power-
is
I think it's
honestly the
Rogue Powerhouse.
1.5 at this time.
You
it's
can
just-
you can put it in there. I've seen more people play Turles than I've seen people play Yard Rat and Bulma. To be honest,
Mhm.
Yeah,
I agree.
with that.
Yeah, it is played more of that, but it's not.
just as
played
far
more
as played like that.
Also, like Yard Rat,
that's what
both
Rogue
the
would be.
suspects were both Rios, where Turles has different people doing well with it. So like, is your Turles or is Rios just insane and did well with Yard Rat, or is the deck as good as Turles? Because like Turles is other players, you know, I'm not like obviously Scott's a good player. I don't know who won the webcam event with
My
Turles.
Nick
boy
Menard.
Nick Menard won. Nick
And Nick
My
Menard,
boy
yeah,
Nick
like, those are
Menard.
both good players. But you know, the player definitely matters. But I think those decks might be a little bit better than Yard Rat, maybe for the average player. Like Yard Rat has a lot of uncombable cards. I think that there's a larger skill gap in that deck.
I would still say, yeah, it's Rogue. It's only like 2 events. That's not a lot of data.
2 events, like 5 people played it total. It's like, you know what I mean? It's tough. It's just tough to like,
Yeah.
really say, like, you know.
It's just right now our 1.5 tier is literally just all Rogue. Like that's literally every.
Well, nothing's in our 1.5 right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like our
Rogue Powerhouse tier
1.5 tier
should
is
probably
the Rogue
be the 1.5
Powerhouse tier. Like the Rogue Powerhouse tier is basically.
Our 1.5 is probably going to end up being something like SS4.
Wait, why is Invoker in 2?
Yeah, 2 is the lowest tier that we have. And
Yeah,
Invoker
2 is like the dumpster tier, basically.
Is 2? Are we saying 2's below? Like,
Rogue Powerhouse? Yes. Rogue Powerhouse. They just don't have enough data, but they've put up really good results. Those
it's
4
weird
decks that are
because,
in there.
the way it's
1.5,
placed
I
is
Yeah.
What?
it's above
It's
it.
above
So.
1.5, I think.
Yeah, that's what I was actually thinking too. If you guys want to like, we could do something like this. This like makes more sense in a way. Like, it's these 4 decks are just so hard to just throw into a tier 1. You know,
Without the data.
Yeah.
But they just feel so strong. Like
they are very good.
to our
They
team.
all have wins. These are the decks with wins, but
That's
no one
true.
plays them.
All 4 have
a
wins.
tier
That's
tier
not-
1.25, tier 1.7.
well, tier 1.07.
Like it's just like you're
We're
like you,
crunching
you
numbers
can't,
in the
you can't
background.
say they're bad, but like none of us want to say they're tier 1, like for real. But like they're the ones that won the events. It's like, all right, man, they won events. Like
Yeah.
I can't.
All right. Russ? What are you saying about Invoker?
you can create a trash tier, dude. That's
Like, I don't know. Like, Invoker's just not that good right now.
No, it's
Like,
unplayable.
Nobody plays it. It's like not really topping events. Like,
It's
not
just
talking
it's just Carrick. That's it.
you can make a
he
character
did,
if you want.
Like,
I don't know.
He did like maybe.
He
good
does
at
play
one event with it,
Senzino. Or King Piccolo too.
so
Yeah, that guy was trolling the whole time.
Actually,
just
did I
saw-
miss King Piccolo?
I would put that.
You did.
I
I
would
did
put
miss
that
King
in a row,
Piccolo.
though.
Otherwise, one
Look at
KP
that.
top.
I missed some.
Shocker. But I actually do think launch is 1.5. If we're gonna put a deck at 1.5, I
Launch is
just
very
scrolled down
good.
the list.
Launch is sneaky
I
good.
think launch is I agree. I think that like it is a little rogue right now, but
Yeah.
like it was a very popular deck before. It's not like a lot of these other decks like Virus Reboot. That deck's always rogue. Like Raditz, that deck will always be rogue. Or even Bulma is like always been a pretty rogue deck. Where like that was actually meta and it's kind of had a resurgence.
Do we want to put Launch in Rogue Powerhouse or 1.5?
I think it's like actually people like right now. I don't think they're like.
I mean,
a lot of
it's
people
only
play it for that one.
Eric Hill, right?
Yeah,
It's almost
It's
similar
one
to
topic.
these.
It's just Eric Hill. Mad people played it. I saw at least 5 launch
Oh,
players.
okay.
It's got the history
Yeah.
to back it up.
I do think that like it will also pick up more steam. Like going into Zenkai, I think it could be really good. Like it's a deck of combos. Like it maybe not in this set. Like maybe it needs a larger Z deck. Maybe it needs more cards for a Z deck. But like it's a deck that naturally is gonna
Yeah,
be
we
able
all,
to
yeah,
build
we all
Z
know
energy very
Launch
easily.
has potential in Zenkai.
I kind of wonder if they're gonna ban the crap out of it going into Zenkai. To be honest.
Yeah.
They're about to errata that launch card for sure.
All right, so let's move on.
Android 16, Tier 2 current format, Tier 1 Zenkai format.
Yes, sir.
Tier
Tier,
2?
might be tier 0 Zenkai format, you know?
Tier 0.
Yeah.
Woo-wee.
I can't speak for Zenkai form, and I definitely don't think it's good right now. So.
Thank you, Zuhair, for leaving us with that copyright claim.
We have some. Yeah, should we?
That might be me in there. Yeah,
Is
it's
it
probably
you?
just me.
Okay, it's just you. All right, just making sure. All right, next. SS4 Vegeta. I think this one's a little different.
I think S4G is the best blue deck.
I think this deck's really good. Just low representation.
I would go 1.5 on it just because it doesn't have the data that Gamma has.
I think it's better than Gamma as well. But
Yeah, that's why, like, results-wise, I'm fine with you putting it at 1.5, whatever. I just personally think it's better than... Like, those are literally the two decks that I play right now, and I think SS4 is just better.
a big thing to note about SS4, we confirmed it is almost unwinnable. Into U7. Yeah, U7 will destroy SS4. It's completely free for U7.
Bro, let me tell you guys a quick story. So I think that SS4 Vegeta is the worst blue deck if you run into a bad matchup. If you cannot ramp, you're playing the worst blue deck in the game. I played SS4. I was playing the Budokai Goku deck last night or 2 nights ago against my friend playing SS4. I went down to 1 card in hand to make sure that he could not ramp, and I won the game with ease. I went down to 1 card in hand, eventually recouped it later, and won the game. I think if people learn how to play against SS4, it is the deck that loses to that the most. Learn how to not let SS4 ramp, and you will not lose to that deck, I think, which makes me really dislike the deck.
Yeah, I definitely, I do agree, if they out-combo your cards, and, especially the decks that play the plus 15 gauge are rough, but generally, my thought process, at least early game especially, is if I swing and put a UI Kamehameha on and you discard 20k combo, I probably won the game. Just you're going to be so far in card advantage below me. I just 1-for-1, or I just 1-for-4 on turn 1. And you're literally going to have 2 cards in hand. So I did think depending on when you can out combo and what you can do, I just feel you can't give up too many resources to stop the ramp. Maybe if you want to stop the second ramp, but a lot of the time I feel if they UI on one, it's discarding 20k combo is not it.
The game that I played that I was talking about, I demagicked the first 2 turns, and then I blocked for the rest of the game, and it was...
Yeah, if you can negate a turn 1, if you negate a turn 1 and 2, I feel that's really the way, because they're almost, in my opinion, if your attack goes through with Vegeta turn 1 or 2, you're probably getting at least 1 ramp. But if they can negate even one of the attacks and out-combo the other one, or just stop your first 2 attacks, the game gets really slow, because you're playing a literal vanilla leader, and they're just playing probably something that does something really good.
Vanilla leader.
Yeah, when I played it at Gen Con last year, and I played against Jonathan Rodriguez, who just played the Walker Bardock, I literally read my leader. I said, "This is vanilla," and you're playing that I'm tapping every turn.
That's what I'm saying, dude. If you're playing into a bad matchup, you're playing the worst blue deck in the game. If you're playing against a fine matchup, you're playing the best blue deck in the game.
Yeah, I think it's not. It is very strong though. Not to get twisted. Okay, maybe on the green cooler. We put it on tier 2.
Garbage tier.
Black Mass Saiyan.
I think that's tier 2.
Bro, it is crazy to me how this was the 5th most rep deck at the core event online. That was crazy to me.
Yeah.
I think it's a very, very high variance deck. I think when it hits, it just kills people. Especially a deck like SS4 or something like that. If it hits well, they're just going to absolutely
6
steamroll slower control decks. But there's just a very high variance deck. They're very mill based. It depends on what your draws are, because you take a lot of your own life, so the game is going to be short. So you have to see what you want to see, and I feel if your opponent stops one big double strike crit and stuff, you can swing the whole game. If you put a chop and something onto it and your opponent combos it and they just keep those 2 life, you're just oh wow, that was a huge game swing. So I just don't think the deck's that great, but I've seen them do crazy things.
Yeah, I
it
mean,
has that high ceiling.
Yeah, it could do the most ridiculous things in this format in turn 2.
One of the very few decks where free play left.
Yeah. So 2 or 1.5?
No, 1.5. Come on. No.
2.
I think it's 2. I think there's just way too inconsistent. There's just way too much.
I think it's borderline rogue. Just
yeah, it is
representation.
Yeah,
It's
rogue.
been very
Put
non-existent.
that in the invoker category, put it right next to it.
Yeah, I think next time I think there's just there's too much it's definitely
sure,
more playable, but there's just too much variance and its results. So much can happen game to game where all these other decks consistently do the same thing. it is like the exact opposite of that. Like very dependent on what's in your hand is like what you're doing, and like when you mill, it's like what you're doing. Where like all these decks generally do the same thing almost every game.
Very good. On to Raditz Reboot.
The rope.
Rogue.
So this actually smashes some of the, you know,
Yeah, I
One
think it has
decks.
some really good matchups.
like
Like really good matchups, but
Okay, so the question is, what's better, Rogue or Tier 2?
I think and this
Tier 2 is better than
No.
Rogue.
I
but
think
Rogue
I think
is-
these two decks are better.
I mean, I think you bump Green Cooler down and bump Mass Sand up.
God,
No, Green Cooler is better than Master.
he's decimating Green
I'd rather
Cooler.
even play Raditz than Green Cooler.
I think Raditz is probably better than Green Cooler power level wise. I think Green Cooler is just going to be more representative. And the only reason, Joe, that I can't bump Green Cooler to lower is it's the only deck. It's the only deck I've lost to since I played in the last 2 months. And like I literally lost to it, so I have to put it. I gotta put it at least above Raditz.
It is like the best green deck, but like it's still so mid and below.
It's just green. It's just a
Raditz
green
has a
deck,
higher
that's the
ceiling
problem.
than Green Cooler, I think. In the right
Yeah,
matchups,
I think
you
it
know what I
definitely
mean?
has. It has like way better matchups in the meta. Like what Cooler doesn't really have just like I need really favored matchups. Like when I played it and I lost to it, it's because he stuck doubles Amasu and I'm playing blue and I just can't remove it. But like that's literally the only reason he won. Like I don't think the Cooler deck was good. I think that Raditz at least has auto win matchups. Like that's actually like much more relevant in the meta.
All right, so Raditz
I
at
think it's
1.5
interesting because
or
if you're
2?
going
I go
from the
2.
beginning of the format, Green Cooler came out like pretty hot. Like
did.
it was very well represented in every top cut, but it is definitely fallen off.
It was just the
doesn't
first
seem
green
much
deck in such a
representation
long
anymore.
time to actually be appealing, right?
Alright, to be fair, the first events were in Texas, so like anything goes there.
But it did. I mean,
I agree,
it was
Mike, I
really
agree.
good.
This man just
Small
trash on
Canadian
Texas?
Hey, I think Texas
No,
No,
that's a wild place.
Danny, I live in Texas and I agree. So
I'm not dissing nobody in Texas. I don't want you to take
Texas
it that way.
players
I know.
play the decks they
It's
want to
just-
play, though, for sure.
Yeah, they just do whatever. They
I
don't
do think
care.
it is kind of telling that this guy Joe played Cooler and he thinks it's the absolute worst deck. Like he's just.
I think
I
it's
mean, I
fine in a
definitely
team
don't
environment, but I would never play it in a BO3 with
It should be
Boris.
ahead
think-
of
alright,
Raditz Reboot.
Honestly,
100%
Joe, I
should be
don't
ahead
think
of
it was
Raditz
like
Reboot.
being fine in a team environment. If Nick had any idea what he was doing, I think he definitely could have won that. Like he just had no idea what he was doing.
Hold on a second,
Hey,
Danny.
that's
Put it
like
ahead of
video guys
Raditz
here,
Reboot
man.
at least. Like it's had way more results, way more representation. Has it fallen off recently? Yes, but like no one plays Raditz Reboot, so
My boy Chris Acosta plays it. That guy's a real hero. You know what I'm saying?
All right, let's move
I
on
don't know
to
who that is.
let's stop trashing on entire states. So Go Tanks.
But hey, no, for real, put Raditz Reboot and Rogue. Like that's no brainer. Let's be a little
Yeah.
more strict here.
Also, Ernest, hey, come on, there's good players in Texas. I'm just poking fun. I live here. Anthony, what's that dude from San Antonio? I don't even know his name, but he's nice. Tony Rodriguez.
Oh shit.
That guy's
Bro,
broken. He won an
that's too
event with
funny.
me.
Yeah, dude, there's a bunch of good players. I'm just fucking around.
All right, Green Go Tanks.
Rogue.
Mike was really liking this deck for a while.
Yeah, the golden butt cheeks card. The
Cool
card's
with
right.
Yeah,
butt
Rogue.
cheeks.
I mean,
Yeah, that deck's
the odd thing
Rogue
is this
or
deck just
Trout
gets
Scam.
phased out going into the next format because it's getting a reboot leader. So.
Yeah.
But no, that's wrong, Joe. The reboot
reboot
leader
leader
is
is worse.
awful. It's
Yeah,
just
it's worse.
worse. I don't understand
Like,
how they
are
did
we-
that. They made a worse deck though.
The backside, I'm pretty sure, is better, but the front side's definitely worse.
I don't
Or is
think.
that, like, it might be the other way around. But I remember
the
we were
backside
talking
is
about earlier
great.
today.
Free combo, free tokens.
Bro,
we were
I'm
talking
sorry.
about earlier today in the chat. And yeah, we just I don't know.
I played the deck like 10 times, and I was like, yeah, I'm never playing this. I'm mad I bought foil green Go Tanks cards now. I'm like, this was a waste of money. $45 down the toilet.
All right. Go Tanks and Road, very good. Beerus Reboot.
Yo, Beer's
Yeah,
reboot.
Danny,
is-
watch me
is
try
a
and
truth
teach.
Tier-
how this is.
Go ahead and put a tier put 0.5 and put beers there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Nah,
Do
dude.
not
I
make a
am,
new tier.
I am
That's
such a
a
big
drug.
believer of Beerus. I think it's actually really, really good.
My boy Jimmy Sherman said that
This
he
guy
went
is the biggest troll I've ever seen.
6-1, so I respect it.
Ryan, I've been slowly convincing you to my side, bro. Come on.
No. I'm not you troll. Danny typing out a 0.5
Oh.
tier is troll. Like that's troll. I do think the deck's actually could be very good. I haven't played it, but I think it could be very good. But there's no way it's not a rogue deck.
All right.
There's literally one person. played it.
1.5 or Rogue Powerhouse.
I think we gotta put it in 2 for now, just because of pure like lack of results. But
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys, my
I
opinion.
mean, Rogue is the lowest tier, right?
Yeah.
It's
So
it's
put it in the
in
lowest tier.
I think
It's-
too highly
yeah,
to
it's-
put it in Rogue. It's not in the same category as Green Cooler, man.
okay.
All right.
Green Cooler is like a slap in the
King
face.
well-
Piccolo. King Piccolo.
Well, I'm saying.
go ahead and put that in the
personally,
Rogue.
I'm personally
No.
saying tier 2 just out of love in my heart. Out of
It's
love in my
1.5
heart
or
for King
2 for
Piccolo.
sure.
Yeah.
KP?
I think that-
Hey, remember,
I think-
KP
I
deck,
think
best
it's
deck.
fine. Right now, Mike, in this current meta, it's better than Android 16, and we have Android 16 in tier 2. It's for sure better than Android 16.
I don't think so, bro.
I think it is. Like,
So-
I do think that like it's very linear, but like it's pretty explosive. Like it can do some crazy. Like
Alright.
I watched myself
Yeah.
some crazy turn.
I-
think it's at least like in tier 2. It's definitely better than Green Cooler, Black
Hey.
Mass Sand.
I'm
Those
not gonna
things.
quote. I'm gonna quote somebody, but I'm not gonna say the name. Somebody walked up to me and said, "I'm 1 and 2." Who told me to play this deck? No, seriously, I'm 1 and 2.
He told himself to
Like-
play the deck. Yo, okay, let me put it to you this way, right? Are there any pure aggro decks in this format? In my opinion, King Cole, Black Mass Sand, or sorry, it's Mass Sand reboot. U7,
Whoever
I
that
don't
is.
view as like a pure aggro deck. U7 really can't win on turn 3. It's very rare that U7 can actually win on 3, right? So like, I'm talking about like a turn 3 win deck. KP, Mass Sand reboot, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. And I
KP
think
is
I think
better,
Mass
in my
You
opinion.
said
I
it-
think
the
Mass
tempo
I
deck.
think Mass Sand is the better deck.
Seven's a tempo deck.
I think that
Range tempo.
Mass Sand may have a
Okay.
higher ceiling. I don't even think it does. I think that Piccolo probably still has a higher ceiling. I think that it could have a higher ceiling, but it has like such a lower floor that I just like King Piccolo is so much more consistent than Mass Sand. I just can't.
I agree. I agree.
You just gonna like fart and just act like nothing happened? I will not
You
allow
guys-
this.
All right, you guys want to put it above Black Mass Sand or whatever that guy's name is, that Bardock leader? Sure.
If Joey's putting Beerus reboot out of love, we're putting King Piccolo out of love. 'Cause
Oh,
Sure.
KP does not go
I
lower than
love it.
2. KP does not
Yeah.
go lower than 2.
If someone sits across from you playing KP, I feel bad for them. That was a bad decision.
All right,
You can't have a good time, I guess.
we're
but,
actually
you know?
going on for about what does it say? Hour
We spent an hour on 2.
hour 10.
It's not bad.
Yes. Let's do some honorable mentions that's not on this list. Do we have any?
No Luki. Someone asked about SS3 reboot. It's not on the list because it didn't top.
Oh yes,
Um,
SS3 reboot.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
an
well,
honorable mention.
Yeah,
hey, look at that.
They didn't put it on the list. Then,
Yeah,
so
yeah, because Kevin Castillo from the Dudes.
see,
Oh, I'm tripping.
Expert Cell reboot.
yeah, this
Oh, yeah,
guy's
Cell-
just-
Cell
that's
reboot
what I
also
told
top.
Joe.
Dude, how did I
Okay,
miss these?
sorry,
Am I like smoking
because-
tonight?
So reboot tier 2, bro.
Yeah, Cell
Cell
reboot
Reboot
is tier
is-
2.
That deck's terrible.
SS3 is also tier 2.
SS3 reboot. All right.
I think it's.
I put
like-
SS3 1.5.
Yeah,
That's-
it's topped like almost every event. Even
It's
if
been the
not, like,
same
higher
guy,
competition.
bro. It's that guy Jose, whatever his name
Nunez?
is. Yeah, it's Jose Nunez and Kevin Castillo. It's 2 dudes.
I still think it's.
Well, no,
better
only
than-
one of them is on the dudes.
I'm saying it's two
I know,
two
I know,
dudes.
I know.
2 gentlemen.
Wait, I only see one event. Am I missing?
Got him.
It was Gen Con and one of the webcams, I think.
I don't see it on webcam.
Or if it wasn't
SS3?
one of the webcams, it topped Otakon and Philly before this. It might not be on the list. These
Oh,
If it's
yeah,
two
we
dudes,
missed
but, like,
GT.
if it's just
Look
two
at that.
dudes and that's like the deterring factor, then wouldn't it just be in like
Hey, we're not done.
like what?
One.
I don't know.
GT.
Yeah, I do think like it's like
One.
it's like kind of like that. I guess the rogue
Spaceship
powerhouse that they have are like
GT1.
the next of like actually won.
The GT is not in the road powerhouse category. No, that's in the tier 2.
No, I
category.
think
No, I'm
GT
talking about
is
SS3.
tier 2.
I think it's tier 2.
GT is.
Yeah, GT tier 2.
Man, I think it's worse than
Yeah.
Invoker.
Nah, that's
That's
It's
cap.
definitely not worse than the
That's
cap.
I don't know about all
GT is
that.
better than- GT is better than Green Cooler
Invoker
by
is
a country
quite
mile.
possibly the worst deck on this entire deck.
The Grand Tour, baby.
Grand Tour. The red Grand Tour, not to be confused with the blue Grand Tour.
Hey, Red Grand Tour. There we go.
Gogeta Xeno is an interesting honorable mention.
That guy is just broken. The
That
dude
deck
Noel.
looks spicy next set. No lie.
Okay, we gotta put SS3 reboot on the tier list real quick.
I'm down
They
with
said
1.5.
1.5. I had
I
it
dig
at
it.
2. Sure.
I dig it.
I'm okay either way, but like I don't know.
I just feel like it's
I just think
two
it's
guys.
better
you
than
know?
the decks in tier
Did you put
2.
Cell reboot on
But
it?
it could be the top of tier
let me
2
go
or the
check
bottom
real
of
quick.
1.5. because like it's definitely worse than SS4 Vegeta. I think
don't
it's
think it
falling on par with
It was
launch. I don't know if it's
bunch.
better than launch, worse than launch. I think it's around
Oh,
that
never mind, there's
same
one.
category. But I think it's for sure better than the tier 2 decks.
I think it's better than launch.
Oh, we missed AOD
Yeah,
too.
I personally probably think it would be
Ayo,
better.
who?
AOD is. I
Rogue.
love that deck. It's Rogue or tier 2. Like it literally the benefits of the deck is Android 13 is broken, and Garlic is very strong. Other than that, the deck is just not good.
People are entering these webcams just doing whatever they want to do.
Where
That's all it is.
we
Set
put
the slug
Massane?
block up pretty good.
Tier 2.
We have Massane tier 2. So like
Hold up.
it's better than Massane. So it's either
It's-
the top end of tier 2 or it's
Excuse me,
Damn,
sorry,
Rogue.
what do you?
Jordan. You got
Or
tell
it's
that, you gotta
1.5.
break that one to Sawyer, Jordan.
oh I tell
It's,
him every day.
it's definitely better than Massive. Like,
He
it's-
texts me, I'm like, your deck sucks, and then we go on with our conversation.
We don't have-
Janemba did
hey,
not,
Who's
we're
the
not
scene?
doing that.
We don't have the results from Gen Con Online because they never posted them. But I do know that Chris Keith got second with Gen Con. With,
Yeah, it's in honorable mentions. Real quick,
Yeah, Janemba, yeah.
Cell reboot.
Tier 2, I think.
Yeah, I think it's
Tier
tier
two.
2.
I think it's the worst deck in tier 2, bro. I think that deck's terrible.
It's actually crazy because a lot of people played in the webcam. Let me double check.
That
real
shit
quick.
gotta be-
If you played against a blue deck, you might win. If you played against anything
Yeah,
else,
it was
you're getting
actually-
absolute smacked.
actually awful against blue. It's all terrible.
It can't. Yeah,
Catch
it can't
the-
beat blue and red really.
Yeah, you catch a young Godzilla, like pay 5 Godzilla, you're like, oh yeah, that's a
Well,
thing.
yeah, I mean, I guess when I played it, I just enjoyed it.
I think U7's
pretty
infinitely
good.
better too. So yeah, AOD Rogue.
Yes, just Rogue.
I think
Rogue's fine.
I think it's all right though. Who's
No.
Hector? Hector?
I might win X5 playing AOD in my presence, so I know for
Rogue.
a fact that it's not good.
Rogue, well, it's just like the more consistent aggro deck between it and Massane. Like, I think you look at both those decks together, and it's just more consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's definitely better than that. But like Mike, it did also get second in Team Wars the day before that.
Interesting.
It did. That's crazy.
I just know
crazy.
I witnessed an X5 and I said, yo, that's an unplayable deck in my
All
opinion.
right.
I mean, Mike, I had the deck
King
built and
Cold?
it was an X5, and then I took the deck apart, so I understand what you're saying. But I do think it's probably one of the higher decks in the Rogue category, and I do think
Sure.
it has some
Is
really good cards. Like Android 13 is one of the best counterplays in the game.
What do you guys think about like tier listing honorable mentions real quick? Like maybe 1, 2, just make it easy. Because I actually think it's cool.
Yeah,
It's
tier 2,
interesting.
tier 2, tier 2. All those decks suck.
Yeah, all the honorable mention decks would like they just exist. You
Yeah.
might see it in a tournament.
Honestly, Sin Xeno, which
Oh, Sin
that deck actually
Xeno.
is way better than all those decks. Like, Sin Xeno's the best mill deck.
Hey, it was
And
beating a
I-
lot of people. Yeah.
All right, look, man, Sin Xeno's not real.
I'm not
Dude,
saying-
it was
I'm not
one of the
saying
few
it's
decks you
not an
lost
honorable
to, my
mention
guy.
deck, but it's better
It's the
than
one
Cooler
deck in
Mill
the
and
game
better
right
than
now.
Janemba Mill.
What the cards do.
Like, I don't think it's as good as Baby Mill, but it's better than Cooler Mill and Janemba Mill.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I guess
I
just do yellow.
you will
And
never
that could
get
just
me
be
to
the players. It could just be the players playing it, Mike, but like, it did well.
Yeah, it's bro. Look, man, Sin Xeno is
Just
not
let this one
anyone-
go, Mike. All right. All right. Gogeta Xeno, tier 1 or 2, honorable mention.
2.
I'm down for that. I think that deck is so interesting next set though.
For which one? Gogeta Xena?
Yeah, Gogeta Xeno.
That's tier 2 at the very best. I think that deck is absolute.
Okay,
pain.
cooler mill.
Road.
5.
That deck is absolute poop. Trey Faircloth's the only person who still plays that deck.
Nah, bro. There's a lot of people who play that. I see it a lot.
I was not like, dude, like it's not like that's not.
Janemba Mill.
That's one. I think Janemba Mill is.
Ooh, okay. Fair enough.
One?
Yo, Jimmy has a very interesting comment. I feel like the most popular / repped leaders for each color aren't the strongest leaders of each color. That's a very interesting point.
I mean, that's what we were
Yeah.
saying, right?
Yeah.
That's where like this.
It's a really good way to
I disagree with
surmise
yellow.
it, though.
I disagree with yellow, but
I think.
for blue, I
think
agree. For
It's
red,
just-
I could agree, but
that's factual. And the reason's very obvious on why it is that way. Like,
Blue one's up in here because Blue has so many good decks. But I don't know. I think U7 and Trunks G are the best. Yet.
when you look at like content, right? Like the average person looks at content creators. Content creators talk about the new decks because you're gonna make content about the new stuff. They get wrapped up in what they've seen, and they don't really explore and figure out what was good in the past. Still, so like you just drawn to the new good deck.
Yeah, I do think that like his point is he has an interesting point, but like I do think that red, I personally probably have U7 the best. There's an argument for Bulma, obviously, but like I don't yellow. I don't see how Trunks is not the best yellow deck.
Okay, real
And it's
quick,
the
King
most
Cold in honorable mention 1 or 2.
2. I don't think that's good.
Very
Oh,
good.
you're doing a tier of
Two.
honorable mentions too.
What happened to like putting things just like not? That's not there, bro. King Cole's not deck. There's no shot. That's
Well, that's why it's really like it didn't top it. Yeah, it's just like, dude, that's like a tier 4 deck right now.
tier million, bro.
Tier 4 deck.
Yellow Sin is better than any of these honorable mention decks.
Nah, Yellowstone's not better than Janemba Mill. Janemba Mill is really good. You should try it out. Like, it's actually pretty good.
Maybe it's not. I haven't played another or played against it, but like it's definitely better than King Cold, Cooler, Xeno Gogeta, and Sindino. Yeah, like Yellow Sin is still a solid deck.
I love this guy.
Yo, are you guys ready to get off this tier list talk and talk about the new shiny cards they showed today?
all right.
I really want to
Yeah,
talk about those
cut
cards.
All right,
Yeah, you
let me
cut out
save this.
I think those cards are correct.
Which ones?
The ones they showed today.
Hirudegarn.
I don't look at cards.
I
Okay.
don't like most of those cards they showed today. I think.
Oh wait, no, I don't know the cards they showed today. I think that all three of them are strong for sure.
I think the Gogeta is like way too good of a card. Like too much text written on it. I
Wait,
think the
really?
Hirudegarn-
The red one? The red black?
the red black. Yeah.
I think the fact that when I first read it, Mike, I thought that it was combo area and battle area. I'm like, this card's solid. And I realized it said energy and battle area. I'm like, this card's really, really, really good.
This card's
Yeah.
cracked, right? We're not. What the fuck?
No, the card is absolutely insane.
Okay, I thought Mike was saying it was bad. I'm like, what?
No, that card's crazy. Like, why is that a
He
card?
likes this card. He doesn't like the other.
Dude,
Dude.
I'm so hyped to play
Vegeta
Red
card
Pan
is-
Reboot.
Yeah.
There's so many cool cards you can play in that deck.
Wait, let's start
Yeah,
with
yourself.
you know,
The
world
Champs card.
world champions card.
Hercules card.
Yeah. I want to hear
Hercules
Mike's
card.
opinion first.
Pull the card up real quick so I can see it for the world champion card. So I can tell you my opinion on it.
It's on stream right now, Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't see it. Hold on. I got the Gogeta card on my stream.
Yeah, it's probably just a second behind.
Any notables? It's notable. This is activate battle only play. Activate main to ramp. And
I think that in the Hirudegarn deck, if you were to play Hirudegarn, it's probably unreal, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
That does way too much for the Hirudegarn deck.
Yeah.
But it's still a Hirudegarn deck, so good luck being on table 250 at Nats, right? In every other blue deck, I think you're going to work hard to force this card out, and the payoff may not be that great if your leader doesn't untap for free at the end of it. But it's not bad for ramping.
is this
Like,
nuts for
Hirudegarn deck-
Soul Striker? Is Soul Striker poopy?
I think
Yeah,
the best effect is
absolutely.
playing the free dude.
Playing the 6-drop dude for free is literally why I think this card's really good. So for 3 mana, you get to summon a 30k that has deflect and everything. That's almost forcing the damage. You're swinging 30k. You're summoning a 25k crit that when you pop it, you ramp one and discard
Yeah,
2 cards
shit.
from their hand. Like that's so strong. But like that's
I know-
literally the only guy that's actually worth playing. in my
It's
opinion.
just one. I remember one of the Hirudegarn cards had an
Talking about
effect when you
the
popped them, so I was
6-drop,
just
The
like,
old blue
It's
9 drop
the
is so
6-drop green
busted.
one.
Yeah, the old blue 9 drop is crazy. I mean, in
Yeah.
the Hirudegarn deck, that card is going to be nuts. But
I
it's
can't
just a
believe how many
Hirudegarn.
Hirudegarn cards there are.
So, like,
Yeah, so like
who's
this-
playing Hirudegarn?
I think the 6-drop green one is the best card to play with it. The 9-drop green blue one is a very strong card, but it requires a Phantom Dragon or a Green Leader, so it's literally only playable in Hirudegarn. And this card is also only playable in Hirudegarn. So that's why like these cards are great to play with the 9-drops, but they're only playable in Hirudegarn, and that leader's not playable in my mind. Where like if you're playing a blue-green deck, you could play the new Hirudegarn and you can play the 6-drop. Like the 6-drop's a 5k, so you're not punished that way, and you literally just get a free play that. And when he dies, you also get to do something, right? You get to replay another Hirudegarn or something, I think.
either
Make
you
him
don't play
discard
or you
two.
pitch two.
Yeah, you either play one or they discard two. So like,
Yeah,
wh-
everybody, y'all are getting caught up in too much here, bro. Like, this is the same thing that, like, a lot of casual players, they see a new shiny card and they're just, like, drawn to it. Bro, like, this one card does not make the other 46 cards in a deck better. It just doesn't.
No,
Like,
so it was,
When I
I'm saying
don't draw
the-
that one card, the deck's
the
awful,
only
right?
reason the best part of this card is playing the 6-7 drop and popping it and gaining other effects.
Yeah, but the
Card
best
itself,
part,
by itself, isn't like crazy. Like
the
it's
best
good.
part about the card
It's not-
is that it just says that Andrew Duvall's name is on it. That's the best part of the card. That's really cool. that his like for his lifetime, he has something that says I did this, right?
That is
That's
real.
dope.
That is really cool. It's facts.
Yeah, the rest
card
the
is
rest
so
of that
snap.
doesn't matter.
All
Like,
right,
it's
well,
not relevant.
We haven't talked about the ramp.
Yeah.
You said the ramp's not relevant?
It's not relevant unless your leader can untap, bro. Like you're going
I
to
will
tap
say I
out.
think it's strong. I do think that like in the chat earlier we were overrating the ramp. I think it's a powerful effect for sure, but like if you're just jamming this just to ramp, it's not good. Like you're not playing this card just to ramp. Like I just don't think that's like I think you have to be playing this to really utilize
That's
this
a
card.
3-cost
You have to be
objection.
playing- You have to be playing the 6-drop to really utilize this card. And that's why I think it's gonna be good. It could be good in like a blue deck. Like if you play it in sack or 1-drop and ramp, it's not terrible, but like
Hey,
you're
I
kind
mean,
of
it's still a
forcing.
3-drop 30k that swings and rips a card out of their hand too. Like that plus the ramp. Like
Yeah,
That's where it
it's
seems like
definitely
really
not
good
bad.
value.
Like I think it can be strong. I just feel like to get the real power is when you free play the 6-drop. That's just like
dude, hot take.
you're not punished. I wouldn't play a full Vertigarn package, but like I think if you're playing a blue-green deck, like those like 7 to 8 card.
Your
packages
leader has to
are
be a
really
blue
fun.
Phantom Demon card to play the 6-drop. It's that effect only works for.
Oh, I didn't realize that. So yeah,
Dude,
Like,
hot
it's
take.
more-
Like set 4
I mean-
Vertigarn leaders seems fine. No.
That's a hot take.
I mean, you
yeah,
could
like
play,
I just can't read it. I think this card's a lot more
you
mediocre than I
can
thought.
play this card in any blue deck just for its ramp.
Sure.
Yeah, I just feel like it's a little.
Enjoy going neg 2
Yeah.
from your neg 3 from your hand. Just fat
I
neg
never
3.
said it was good. I said it can be played in any blue deck.
Say
like a
less.
worse-
Say
This
less.
is a worse objection. Like you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna go neg 3. Sure. Go neg 3, bro. I'm happy.
Yo, with ectoplasm, dude, come on now. I'm ramping every turn, baby.
Yeah, I mean ectoplasm is nasty. I'm not gonna give that card.
Ectoplasm.
If you have 2 battle cards on board, you're just playing this card. for
You
3
don't
mana.
have 2 battle cards on board on turn 3. You don't. Like, bro, have you played DBS? Your cards are dead. God.
You ever played 1-drop Barrier Borgos?
Sure. You want to play bad cards in your deck to make this work? Thank you.
Hell yeah! I want to play bad cards, but next to make this work. This card snapped.
I love Mike, dude. He just
I do like how polarized the opinions are. Like
Dude,
we're very
it
much
is.
like some people think the card's very very strong. I think that has like some very strong like potential. I do see what Mike's saying though. Like I do think sometimes like it is forcing it to just like try and fit it into deck.
Bro, like,
Like, I
no,
do think
y'all
there
didn't
definitely would be a
even want to
deck
play
into it.
Bulma. Like, y'all are like, Bulma's a very strong deck. I refuse to play it. Because
We're
sure,
not
but
gonna-
you want to
That
play
deck
a
is the most
gazillion
boring
bad.
thing to play
I was
on the
just saying,
face
you want to
of
play a
Flanders.
gazillion bad cards in your deck, though. Like, come on, bro. Sure, have fun. If you want to throw away whatever tournament you're in, you got it. Like,
I
that's
played
great.
Bulma, so you better. be
Bulma's
happy
fun
well.
as hell. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I have a damn blast. This might be one of my favorite formats. Next card. Speaking of card that should be played in Bulma, but it can't. Red Black Gogeta.
Dude,
That
there's
card's
a-
crazy.
There's a lot of
That
sense
is
of being typed of
nuts.
effects for red now.
This card has too much text on it.
This card is insane.
You can't play in Bulma.
No, it has to be a red or a
Okay.
black
Red- red-
stand.
Red Black Saiyan leader.
This card single-handedly makes Gogeta Xeno interesting again.
I mean,
Wow.
it is going to be nice in that deck, I think. I think the Goku deck is going to be better than Gogeta Zeno, though. But yeah, I
Black
do think.
Goku?
so.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just don't think this like this deck card is just good in like every red or black sand deck, and Gogeta Xeno is just like a worse red or black sand
Yeah,
deck. So like,
Black Goku has confirmed anniversary box cards. And this card's playable in the deck, so I'm really digging the Black Goku deck now.
is that 11?
Yeah, it's the 11 one.
Put this in my
like that leader.
rainbow Bardock deck.
My Rainbow Bardock deck. Yes.
I think this card's just like if you're playing a red sand leader, you probably just play some copies of the card.
If I'm
Yeah.
playing a Black Stand leader, I play some copies of that card.
Yeah, well, you know, in this format, black sand leaders aren't playable.
Black
so
Saiyan
hopefully
leaders.
Hopefully next format they
Hey,
are. but-
hold up. We need to go back to the tier list. Did we add a single black Saiyan leader?
Yeah.
Yeah, Gogeta Xeno.
Oh, Gogeta's, alright.
Gogeta
That's the
Xeno,
only
and
one.
reboot. Master
Yeah,
Oh, we
Saiyan.
could have
Mass
put Vegex.
Saiyan.
We could have asked
Yeah.
Vegex. Oh,
Well,
yeah,
th-
Black
yeah.
Mass Saiyan. Okay.
Vegix is coming back, actually. He has new anniversary box cards and this card now. I'm like, Vegix is probably going to be like a powerful deck in the Zenkai.
I'm pretty sure
format.
it's also getting a card or two in actual set 18.
Yeah, I saw some that looked like it was for it, but I can't remember it, so I don't want to like say it and I'd be wrong. But I do
Jimmy's
know
got a good point in chat as well. You can now play. It's kind of cute, but like if you charge this, you can play Tenacious in your red decks.
That's cute.
Yeah,
Damn,
that's
that
broken.
is interesting as
actually.
hell too. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Tenacious
Hold the
is really,
phone.
really strong.
I need to look at
Look
this.
at Ryan with the hot text.
Well, that's actually Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy said it in the chat. Jimmy's a huge
okay, I
Vegeta.
take it back.
I'm just paying attention. I'm just paying attention to chat. Yeah.
My man.
Jimmy loves Vegeta because that's his boy.
That's a really cool one, Jimmy.
Dude, this would be so broken in Bulma. Fuck.
Why
I'm
it's not
so
going in,
pissed. I'm so pissed.
Bulma? Why
I'm
it's
trying to
not going in,
tenacious
Bulma?
people with Bulma, man.
Dude, all I know is they better ban Videl going into freaking Zen.
This guy Danny's obsessed, but he won't play
You
Fortnite.
been
with
could have
us.
tenacious people, Danny. Like what? I showed you that.
Yeah, you
Jack
literally
is
play
one big
Oceanus to your deck.
tenacious.
Play Oceanus to your deck and just play.
I literally showed you that you could. No, you don't even need that play. There's a red black Bardock counterplay.
Yeah, that's
I said
true,
you
yeah.
could just play that and use tenacious that way. I've been showed you this.
This
Hey,
card,
man, I'm
I
not trying
was
to play red black cards.
the Android 18 that you just had on stream. Like
I'll hope
when I
more.
first read it, I wasn't much sold on it. Like it definitely has a lot of utility, which is really good. But
Hmm.
3 arrival costs I just thought was heavy to actually summon it. But I do think it's like situationally a very powerful card. Like there's just turns where like okay, like I don't need the extra defense this turn. I'll just arrival it now. And it's really strong. And then the filter effect's just super good.
Dude, tell me how this
Yeah.
looks fire. Like you know how like multicolored cards are split with colors.
Yeah.
This looks fire.
This
This
looks
red
like
black.
and red is really good.
Because
color
they don't do
Yeah.
it. They don't do it with like these or the art's too much. But this looks
Yo, bring
fire.
my girl back up. True great, please. Bring my girl back on stream.
Yeah, I
What
think
girl?
that card in the Android 18 and the Android 16 deck is going to be super crazy. I'm like,
go back
and
to
even in the Gamma deck is going to be crazy. It's like,
Yeah, that card, the Android 18 card, like all 3 of its effects are like all right, but
Relevant,
put together, and I think it just makes a very good Dragon Ball card. Like
Yeah.
it's a check land.
It's a lot going on.
Oceanus,
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like the arrival may cost a lot, but it's just situational, right? Like
Yeah.
certain situations just gonna be very good. Your opponent pays 4 for a sell. You don't have a boo unison now. You just arrival that and like hit it. There you go. You know.
These search effects are so powerful for
Oh,
every
yeah,
It's
deck.
especially,
crit.
like,
The fact
especially
that it's
nuts
crit
in the
too, I
game,
really
yeah.
like. Like it discards a card and then it swings, so they're either comboing out of it or they're losing a life that's not going to their hand.
It's not good
Like
for
that's
the
I
unison
think
though.
crit is possibly the worst offensive keyword right now,
Yeah.
but it's still an offensive keyword. Like I think double strike and dual attack are just better than critical at the moment.
Dual attack's the best. It's
yeah, dual
dual
attack.
attack's broken.
But in
Dual
in
attack
a
is
deck
not the
that
best. That's
has a
cap.
lot of
What?
one-on-ones
You're
in
cap.
hand,
triple
it's
attack's
good.
the best.
I don't give a fuck about triple attack.
Well,
The fuck?
triple attack is actually the best. But,
Yeah, no one has that written on them.
well, they should.
All right, next card. Is there no? There's the next card.
Yeah, the
This
next
card's
card.
weird.
This card is very weird.
But they previewed more cards today.
Yeah, there's one more, and I wish they didn't make the card. They could have just like left that one.
Is there
I
anything
don't
we
know,
want to
first
talk about
grade.
this card?
I
It's
know.
Cooler Mill.
I just think it's cool
Let
that
me read
like
it.
the Frieza
Let me read
deck's
it.
got a check land, but besides that, like, yeah, I don't really want to summon this card. It's kind
Just,
of weird.
just let Trey make a whole spiel about it. And we can leave it.
I do think that it's cute, but your deck already plays like infinite arrivals, and this isn't necessarily an arrival, but it's just similar. Like you're playing 1 mana to play, and like honestly, even for 1 mana, this card's not very good. Like swing minus something 15k is cool, but like I don't know, it's not bad, but like the deck is already clogged with 10k. So you're playing.
You know what
so
I
many-
think would have made this card better than the getting rid of energy exhaust if it was a 5k combo, if it was a 1-cost 5k combo,
I was just thinking
but
about
instead
that.
to negate energy exhaust, if it was a free combo, I think then this card would have been a lot better.
I agree, because also this energy exhaust stipulation is actually not that live and cooler. Like you don't have Frieza clans on board like that. Like it's really not even a check lane most of the time. In my
I mean, it's
opinion.
only the 1-drop, right? The 1-drop red Frieza. All right,
Yeah,
we'll go
like
to the
a
next
war-
one.
But just throwing more one cost in your deck, just I don't know, it's just not worth it.
All right, Mike. It sounds like you had some thoughts about this card.
Oh
The
yeah,
blue yellow
cooler?
Bardock.
oh yeah, blue yellow Bardock. Yeah, I need to see the Bardock leader before I really have any thoughts on it.
You have
But
two more Barks cards in play.
There's potential for that. The cooler, not worth talking about, but the Bardock, I think that they're gonna do Bardock some justice this set. So
2 energy. This is
2 energy, 20k critical, and it draws a card and bottom decks card. Really solid.
yeah,
Really solid.
it reads fine as long as the Bardock's crew deck is not bad.
Yeah.
I think that card's good.
So wait, do we
Yeah,
know
it's really
we're
just
getting a
depending on
yellow
the rest of the
Bardock
deck.
leader or something?
yeah, the other
Yeah,
yellow
you,
leader's Bardock.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why the SCR Bardock and everything. I do think that like this card for like the Bardock's crew deck just seems like it'd be a very solid card. It's like definitely better than most of the Bardock's crew cards.
Yeah, it definitely could be good. I just
Yo, Raiders of Warcry making a comeback?
that card
Where's
Bardock?
Warcraft? No, it's
It's
not.
not Bardock's crew. It's a Bardock.
It is a Bardock's crew.
Wait.
Is it?
Raiders?
I'll bet you $1 million a Bardock's crew card.
I will
$1
not
million,
bet you, but
Joe, huh?
I don't think
It's
it
a
is,
Bardock's crew. Look at
It
this
would make
guy,
sense
dude.
that Bardock is part of Bardock's crew. Like that would make sense.
My boy has some knowledge on it. He looks at cards a little too much.
Dan, it is quite literally the man's job.
One of
But-
my jobs.
Yeah, one of his jobs. He's a man of many talents. But I've been a fan of this card in my yellow decks. Like obviously, I haven't played it super recently, but last time I played yellow, I like 2 copies in my deck. It's like the turns that you do combo on defense, it's still just really swingy. Like here's a cool, I'll combo this, protect something, summon a 20k double striker, tap something, draw a card.
This Bardock deck sounds like it needs Aegis.
True. Maybe it'll get Aegis. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Don't they already have it?
Wasn't there a really good draft box card that came out for it?
Bardock's crew? Aegis?
Yes, I think you're right, Russ. I think it's Dropbox 6.
There's a
There's
draft box
Coral-
card. It like draw. It just like the card just draws, right?
The winner Bardock
Coral-
Ape is actually very solid as well. The winner TP promo. If I remember correctly, I think it is pretty solid. But it's just very limited to that theme.
Breakdown.
Rising Phoenix. Also, half my androids are not Red Ribbon's army, but the other versions of them are Red Ribbon army when they're always Red Ribbon army. Like unless they went to Super, like and it was like Android 18 and Super, sure. But like, why is the Android 18 they just previewed today? Why is it not Red Ribbon army? Like if I discard Android 14 in my Gamma deck, I can't grab it. It's the inconsistency of characteristics has always been ridiculous.
Draft box 6. There was a blue yellow Bardock that at the end of it was a rival for 1 blue. At the end of your turn, you switch it to active mode, and if your leader card was a blue Bardock's crew, you draw 2 cards.
Yeah, that card is a very solid card. It's just the new leader is yellow, so that card doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it sucks.
Let's look at some crew cards.
The-
There's this other
the
5-drop
blue-
Bardock. Reduces its
Yeah, read
combo
the-
cost by 1.
Oh yeah. You're looking at just specifically blue yellow, right?
Yeah. If
Yeah, I
there's
know
a
the blue
Bardock's
one is
crew,
good.
choose a Taurus armband or Assault of the Great Apes in your hand and activate it for 2. You guys remember what Taurus red armband does?
Absolutely not.
Bro,
Assault of the Great Apes
let me
Bardock.
tell you what Taurus red armband does. Draw 4, restand a Bardock, give it plus 10k and double strike.
That's
I'm gonna be honest, it sounds broken, but I really am questioning why do you remember what Bardock's red
Because I
armband is.
loved playing this deck when it actually like came out. All right, let me just show you guys the card.
I respect it. Look up the Great Ape Bardock Allied Assault.
Great Ape Ass. Isn't that what it's called? Great Ape Assault?
Yes, I think so, actually.
No, it's a Great Allied Assault.
Allied
Great Ape
Assault?
Bardock Allied Assault. It's the one that's a TP or winner promo.
Oh, whoops.
It's not on the screen.
Whoa. Okay, let's try this again.
It's
There we go.
Great Ape Bardock, Allied Assault.
Yep, got it. EX Evolve for 2 blue over a blue Bardock. Auto limit 1. If your leader is a blue sand card, well, that doesn't work with the new deck, but
Oh, okay.
when this card's played from your hand, play up to 1 blue battle card with Great Ape and Bardock's crew and an energy cost of 4 or less and a character name you don't have in play with its skills negated for the turn, then shuffle your deck. Auto, if you have a non-Bardock blue ape in play, at the end of your turn, choose one of your mono blue energy and switch to active mode. It seems okay, but I mean, yeah, you're not playing the blue leader because the blue leader is
Yeah,
kind
I
of
don't remember his blue leader locked. I remember reading it because I had a winner version of it, and I was like, oh, this card's actually pretty solid. But yeah, it won't be able to play the new deck.
All right, peep this though. 4-drop extra card, activate main, Taurus red armband. If your leader is a Bardock's crew card, choose 1 blue Tora in your drop and send it to your warp. Draw 4 cards. Choose 1 Final Strike Bardock in your battle area, switch to active mode, and it gets plus 10k and double strike for the turn. Then at the end of the turn, untap an energy. So you also get the untap energy, which is crazy. Do you guys remember what Final Strike Bardock does?
No, so that's the only thing that it's very limited to that one Bardock, but I don't know what that card is.
Bro, listen, it's a 5-drop barrier 25k that you can cheat out like multiple ways. Every single time the card restands, your opponent bottom decks a card. every single time it restands during
yeah.
during charge phase by effects. Like,
And the leader restands it too, right? Like
the blue leader, I don't think restands it, but there's like multiple card effects that restand it. Plus, you can just like you can literally combo yellow Zarbon and restand it.
Yes.
It's nasty, dude.
All right, so we found Joe's next deck.
Oh god, man! If that yellow Bardock, I've been saying for the longest time they got to make a blue-yellow Bardock Surge Leader. I mean, obviously they're probably never gonna make a Surge Leader ever again, but like it never made sense that Raiders Warcry was a Bardock's Crew card and you literally just couldn't play it in a Bardock's Crew deck. It made no sense. Oh, if there's blue Bardock's Crew, that's probably not good.
Well, I mean, when I look at the reveals for the Piccolo deck, like that they showed so far, that deck sucks. So I just assume that this Turles deck has to be good, you know?
Your Bardock deck?
Not Turles, the Bardock. Yeah, the Bardock deck has to be
Yeah.
good.
They have the same haircut. It's understandable.
They are the same person.
Are there any good yellow Bardock's Crew cards?
Now, Bardock is maybe the coolest Saiyan.
Alright, man, you've lost your mind.
What?
You said Bardock was the coolest of the reveals?
No, I said he might have been the coolest Saiyan. Like, Vegeta's the coolest Saiyan, but Bardock's second.
Oh snap! Bardock Father Son's a crew. That's lit. This card's actually really good.
Bardock is a fire character, and he's the coolest looking Saiyan for
I
sure.
would
Like, look
say
at his
every
character design. He has the
every
coolest
Saiyan
Saiyan
in the
armor. He
universe.
has these fire wristbands. He has a headband, dude.
Bro,
This is crazy, actually.
he's
Like,
getting
got
popped
the
up.
basketball
He's
court.
getting,
He literally
literally
got the
getting popped
basketball
up by
court.
6-year-olds.
He's not even number one in his lineage, bro. Literally,
What do you mean?
Goten is the coolest one out of his family.
Nah, but drip wise though, Bardock's pretty drippy.
Wait, who
He
you
does
say
have
is the
the
coolest
Goat?
one?
Goten
Mike,
is the
who did you say the coolest
Goten.
one?
Goten.
Yeah, exactly. 100% I agree.
That Goten is that guy, bro. I've always been a big Goten fan.
I'm not even arguing that one. That's
Dragon Ball Z
like-
Budokai 3, dog. I was always bopping.
This
to
guy's
it.
off the fine park, dude. He said Goat.
No cap, Mike. That is my favorite character in the show. So like, you're the only other person that's like ever said that.
Yeah, I mean Vegeta's my favorite Saiyan. Like most, but out of the Goku's family or Bardock's family, it's definitely just Goten. Like, I'm
No,
like,
when
yeah.
this dude walked up to Gohan, I was like, look what I can do. Like, that was it. Not best character in the show.
Yo, do you guys want to do a thought experiment with me? Since I'm
Sure.
not gonna really build this deck until I get home. If we were gonna build a deck, if we were gonna build a generic blue deck around this Hirudegarn card, what would it look like? Like I'm thinking you probably play like 4 copies of the Barrier Borgos, no?
Are we talking leaders? Because I already have a leader in mind. I'm not gonna say it out loud though.
You said the
We
Hirudegarn
can
card.
also- I don't know if it's just for me, but your mic's playing out a little bit. I don't know if it's like Danny's actual mic or the.
Danny got that blue Yeti. You know what I'm saying? And it's a little bit of blocking.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you might just play 4 copies of the Barrier Borgos, which is like a fine card. I mean, turn 1, draw a card, right? Or you can play East Kai. It doesn't have Barrier, obviously, but I think like a really good turn 2 unison with this though is probably 17-18 because that gets you 1 combo you need to play this card, right? So that like mitigates the neg, obviously, right?
A little bit, yeah, for sure. I think
So,
that
like,
card.
Borgos from 1, 17 on 2. That facilitates this well, and then you're looking at like a generic blue leader. You know what could probably play this card well? Sadly enough, SSG Goku.
No.
Striker?
No, SSG, the leader Kus has been playing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Crimson, yeah.
You got Miss Crimson? Getting late.
Yeah, definitely. That does combo a lot too.
Yo, shout everyone out. It's friggin' 1 a.m. and we have 50-some viewers.
That's true. Huge shout out to you guys hanging out with us at 1:30 in the morning at 57 viewers. I guess we will start wrapping it up soon. I mean, you guys have any other like topics you want to quickly glaze over?
Yo, this new Hirudegarn leader is terrible. Why would anyone
New
play
hero. You talking about set 14 or whatever it was?
Yeah,
The second hero is literally unplayable. The only playable Hirudegarn is because at least the original one, the backside itself is a like strong effect on swing. Like making you draw when your opponent top decks a card. That's still like is a solid.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said before,
Back-
Ryan. Like I literally think this leader, the set 4 leader, is actually like not a joke.
The issue that I had with this leader, and there may be better ways to mitigate it now, is like getting stuck on your front side is really trash.
I agree.
So you need good ways to self-awaken. Because like I played this leader before, post set 4. Like obviously when it first came out, it was really good set 4. I played it then, but I played it Clash of Fates format, and I really like that. But like, I got second to Danny because he just didn't. Danny Height, not Adam Neverlusa, Danny win. But he just didn't awaken me, and I just couldn't find the pan or at all costs. And I literally just sat there on my front side and just struggled the whole game.
Yeah, I mean, I think like nowadays there will be better ways to like mitigate that. But I mean, if we even pull up the tier list, I mean, 99% of the decks are gonna attack your life, right? So that's one thing. And like the Awaken side of the leader is actually pretty value, right? Like you said, like attack, draw a card, they bottom deck one, that's value, and then you get the full effect of the 8-drop, which is really good. And dude, if you establish this card,
Awaken, which is really strong right now, I feel like.
What happened?
Yeah, you also untap to Awaken, so like you can basically not a rival, but like summon the Andrew Duvall's card and then Awaken and still have like mana for defense after. So like you could do that on turn 3 and not really get punished from it. Where like other decks that like unless you have like ways to restand your mana like an SS3 or like something like that, like you could get punished more from it.
Yo, they haven't printed. I think they're learning a lesson on non-swinging unawakened leaders, right? Like activate main draws.
I mean, they printed Budokai Goku in set 18. I mean, maybe they've been doing it less, but
Oh, I didn't read that leader.
I feel like
what they have been doing though, they've been
last
making. They have not made a single untapped 2 leader in a long time.
yeah, they don't do a lot of untapped 2s, yeah.
Joey and team, hey, you have Z deck to help awaken the new Goku. Is there a blue Goku that helps blue decks awaken?
Black. I don't know the Z deck.
If that Black Vegeta card works, right, for every deck, it just depends on how they rule the Z energy thing.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, Fashbender on Facebook did say that the colors need to match.
Black Vegeta. Just do Z battle cards.
Yeah.
There's a Black Vegeta. It's like 1-drop. It says.
Well,
like,
we got a comment in the chat saying it was a Goku. I'm not sure if there's a blue Goku that takes life or something.
I haven't seen that. There's a blue Goku that's really cool, but
yeah, no, it's not this card.
Also, Danny, they literally printed
Black
the
Vegeta.
Black Trunks leader in Realm of the Gods that has an activate effect that doesn't need to swing to activate.
Oh, really?
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
that
still
guy-
doing it. I think they should never print a leader like that again, but they're still doing it. It's really broken.
oh, I
mechanic.
can play that. I can play that new Gogeta card in Trunks. Oh my god.
New Gogeta card. Oh, and Black Trunks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, that might be cracked. Dang.
Yeah. I only remembered that because I thought that leader just swing would only just swing on the backside of the
Yeah,
front
because
side
I
of the
remember the
swing.
only thing I hated about that deck, honestly, was that like it just felt like it didn't have any good battle cards
It doesn't.
outside of like Gogeta's in it. But that new Gogeta card's good.
Yeah, like it's literally its only good battle cards are like either the 8-drop, which is just way too heavy versus a lot of decks, like tapping 4. And if it gets like interacted with in any way, you're kind of like, dang, I just tapped 4 for this. And then obviously the one of boarding.
Oh yeah, hey, I'm about to start experimenting with Trunks. I like that deck.
Yeah, what's wrong with Soul Striker lately?
It's a Rada, Danny.
Yeah, Soul Striker doesn't awaken on its own, so like it's just like I think even if you awaken when you play a 3-cost unison in this current meta, it wouldn't be that strong. But
It was never that strong, actually.
yeah, I really am a big fan of Baby Unison, but I do think like Blue Unison's so broken right now that like if you're playing if you're playing SS3, you have to play Baby, which is definitely strong, but like then Blue's not your main Unison, and like I just feel like that deck loses to SS4. I think it probably loses to Gamma. Like I think Gamma just got a lot of value against it. So I don't think it would win the blue mirrors. I just don't think Soul Striker would be that strong, even if it didn't get errated.
Ult that Black Vegeta. I want to see that card.
Dude, I love this Z leader, dude. I want to play some Goku deck that just like plays Zeno Unison and ramps to this.
Ernest just didn't make a good point. But
Black Vegeta.
if Fashbinder said that it does, then I'm not sure because he's revising the rulebook. But he said if the energy color has to match, then it wouldn't make sense because we got a black Z card in a deck with a starter deck with literally 0 black cards to combo with.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's what I said.
what Black Z card's coming out in a green starter deck? What card?
No, like not a green starter deck, but like this Vegeta comes from starter deck, right?
No, this Vegeta, I'm pretty sure was given out as a promo at San Diego Comic Con.
It's in the
Well,
it's in the trial deck for sure. The one that they sent to shops. It's definitely
Yeah.
a trial deck, and that's
But-
a yellow leader. It's that
It,
yellow.
it came with that yellow Goku BR leader, but the Goku BR leader I'm pretty sure counts as all colors or something like that. Let's see. Let's see if it's on here.
Freeze's army.
Yeah, all I just know is what he said in the chat is that like the thing there's a black Z card in the starter deck with no other black cards to combo to make black energy. So how would it cost? So I understand it because that doesn't make sense.
That goes in that Goku BR trial deck, and that Goku BR trial deck is yellow. So I'm like,
Oh, okay, so this card does not count as black. So
why?
So like that makes
Why?
sense that it wouldn't, but like you could still just play black cards in this deck, right?
Why?
Yeah,
is that
like
card
the deck
not
just comes in, Joey. Like the Vegeta comes in this deck, right?
Right, right.
The Vegeta would literally be unplayable because there's not a single black card that comes in this deck.
in that trial deck? There's no black.
You
card.
could never create a black Z energy and play the Vegeta if the Z energy had to match. And Fastbender said it does have to match, so it's just kind of like conflicting that like the Vegeta would come out in a deck that literally it cannot be played in.
Right, right. That makes I get that. I hope it's generic because it'd be really cool to play a Self Awakener in any deck that you need. I would really like that.
Yeah, I do think like generic might make it too broken, but like it's just weird that they would print a black card
Yo,
with a deck with no black
Freeze's
energy.
army.
I mean, it's a 1-drop 5K. It only gains power if your leader is this exact leader. So, I think the fact that it's a 1-drop 5K, it takes a life. I mean, it's kind of busted in the fact that you can access it whenever you need, but it's not like gonna threaten. You actually have to bottom deck a card as well, so it's not gonna be like even a crazy plus to your hand.
I wouldn't play it in every deck. I mean,
No, it's just like if your leader Self Awakens, obviously you don't need it, right? But like
Isn't it straight
if I'm
plus?
trying to play set 4 Hurdigarn, I'm playing this card. You gotta place one card from here at the bottom of your deck to use the effect.
Yeah, but you get two cards.
Well, yeah. So
Well,
you
it's
place
your
a card.
life.
You
Yeah,
place a
yeah.
card to the bottom. You draw a card to replace it, and then you add a life.
But it's
So
not a card from hand.
place one card from your hand at the bottom of the deck.
Yeah, but the
Up to
Vegeta
one
itself
life,
is
so you can
not
match
black.
Right,
it.
true,
So
true,
You
yeah,
could just
that's
one for one
Yeah.
filter, or you can choose to take it.
Okay, so yeah, it is actually mad plus. Yeah, it is
It's
plus.
just straight +1. If you want to count light.
Yeah, I do hope it ends up being colorless. And like, because the cards still have regular energy cost, right? So if they want them to be color locked, they just put specified cost. This one obviously does not have specified cost, so it'd be pretty cool if it ends up being generic.
Yeah, if this doesn't have a specified cost, maybe that's why, because this is being played for a non-black. It doesn't have a specified cost, but like if it actually has a specified cost of black, then it would probably need black.
Right.
yeah, I need that rule book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope they get it out like this week. That'd be pretty cool. All right, I think it's time to wrap it up because it's getting late. I'm getting sleepy.
We got a lot
got
of work to do tomorrow.
But awesome, guys. Thank you guys all for joining us on the stream. Really appreciate it. 55 viewers. Wrapping it up, man. I don't know. We turned the stream on and people come watch. It's pretty dope. You guys come hang out with us. I really do appreciate it. Obviously the boys in the cord. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We're all creatures of the night, but pretty dope that we all got on here and chit chatted. Yeah, man. Thank you guys. And we'll try to do this as frequently as we can. Maybe every week, maybe every other week. We're kind of just doing it impromptu at this point. But all right,
Yeah.
see you guys on the next one.
Hey, like, comment, subscribe.
Joe, I'll invoice you for my time.
That's crazy. Nice.